Hello and welcome to Dice Shrapnel. My name's Jimmy. I'm going to be the regular game master for this group of miscreants. Hope you enjoy.
My name's Brett. I play Joshua Johnson.
Hi, my name is Jake. I play the character Thomas Kahn.
My name is Daryl. I play Ross Thibodeau.
I'm Mark. I play Trevor Smith.
Hi, I'm Terry, and I'm an engineer for Texas Instruments.
My name is Danny. My character is Gwendolyn Mitchell, who also goes by Gwen.
February 13th, 1984. Konstantin Chernenko succeeds the late Yuri Andropov as General Secretary of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union. January 1st, 1985. Greenland withdraws from the European Economic Community as a result of an agreement. January 12th, 1985. The Embassy World Darts Championship, held at the Jolly's Cabaret Club in Stoke-on-Trent, England, is won by Eric Bristow, his 5th world title. And that brings us to today, Sunday, January 13th, 1985.
Is it today's Sunday what?
January 13th. It is day after the entry into James Walter's home.
Okay.
You have taken what information you had available from that. Who's ended up with things? Did you divvy them up, or did they all just go to Gwen's place?
I think it went all to my place.
Okay. Now,
Well, I had the pistol.
Well, you kept your gun or...
the
Well,
pistol
this
and
is
the ammo.
extra
We're
pistol,
talking about
pistol.
the news clippings and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, he took the pyrite.
Yeah.
Or not pyrite,
Thermite.
The thermite.
Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't
It's
want
Not
that in my
fully
house.
gold, it was
Bathtub thermite. Yes.
It makes more sense for him to have
Very
it
different
than me.
substances.
yeah, very much so.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So-
Can I get this souvenir thermite?
I guess the thing is, the night before, did we discuss you guys all coming back to my place in the morning to go from there, or did we leave it up in the air?
We were at your place, and I had ordered pizza, and that's where we closed at.
So
So-
there is a possibility that
That
you guys
everyone
would be able
dispatched
to.
here.
Well, you wouldn't even necessarily have crashed because odds are good he's going to end up wanting to go to mass Sunday morning. So we will probably end up picking up things after he has gotten out of mass and you guys have had lunch or are meeting for lunch.
Yep.
Okay.
So which way would you like to go with that? Do you want to be meeting for lunch somewhere?
I think I will stay to come over to my place, and then we can have leftover pizza or whatever.
If
Hey.
left,
Okay, with these three guys,
Okay, there won't be
there's not
leftovers.
going to be leftovers.
Okay,
No.
but I think I'd recommend everyone meeting here so we can figure out where we're going.
Okay.
Because we have all my information handy and won't be trying to do off of memory.
Okay, so meeting at your place after lunch.
Yep.
Sounds good. We will pick up right there.
Okay.
Alright. So, everyone has arrived. We're not going to do the knock everybody one at a time thing.
Okay. So, the key things that we can try and figure out is either we can split up in pairs or be all together. Someone probably should go to the site area to discuss with who was it? James Walters, why he had all that stuff, because we did want to meet with him to figure out at least a picture that he was with.
we were wanting to visit with him. I don't know if it would be a good idea to let him know that
Yeah, we were rummaging
in his
through
house.
stuff.
Probably not the
Crazy
house
people
stuff.
tend to get upset about things like that.
Yes.
Yeah, probably not the rummaging through his house, but more along the lines of figuring his...
Interviewing him to determine whether or not he was actually in the photos or if that was somebody else.
Yes.
Or what his take on the photos is.
if it was consensual or whatever.
Right.
Okay.
But I
Talk to him about the
personally
church
would...
as well.
I personally don't want him to see me because he lives within a block of my house.
Makes
So I
sense.
don't want him to
see
connect that
that.
dot. So that was a key thing that I was wondering if we wanted to split up and take care of two birds with one stone and have a pair go and talk with him. My concern is if we go to the psych thing, I don't know if we want him going there and then potentially getting locked up due to a mental vision episode.
Dude, she's calling you crazy.
Not intentionally.
It sounded pretty intentional.
I think we're pretty intentional. Don't shoot her.
My concern was because of the incident of when you almost shot someone. I don't want you going
didn't.
there.
Didn't actually shoot somebody, so I
Almost and didn't are not the same thing.
Very black and white lines.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Between
I'm
almost
still
and didn't.
saying, due to that episode, my concern to having him go to a psych ward.
And technically, shooting someone is not really shooting them. It was a near miss.
Okay, are you following my logic?
Okay.
You're looking at it.
He wants to see the clues again.
Yes.
See
There they
the
all are.
things.
Because
But-
technically, when you shoot somebody, you didn't miss. It was
Why
a
do I
near
not
miss.
remember there being stuff in code?
Wait, but
We have that-
the code stuff is the old stuff.
The code we have translated.
The code that was
That was
from
the letter.
first session.
Oh, that might be a game I missed or something.
And you're bending a paper on the bottom.
It's the photo of Bob Dobbs that's at the center of the painting.
Yes.
Okay, now
The tile.
you haven't had time yet to develop the film. Do you have the skill of photography? I don't remember. I know that somebody has photography skills.
I do not have photography.
I do not either.
The question is, now that might just have been Reynolds, or pardon me, that might have been Dale,
Yeah.
who has photography as a skill.
Would there be another skill I could potentially use to do that? Like,
Well, as far as that goes, if you're going to have them developed, you could, pay to have somebody develop them.
yeah.
They're not gonna. You could always do 1 hour photo.
Is that the one with it was like a little kiosk almost looking thing that
Yeah.
looked like a camera?
Yeah, they had those, and then they had the photo shacks where you had basically one guy who was there and was
Usually high.
possibly high.
Yeah.
Like in that '70s show, they have Cheech.
Yeah.
Or not Cheech. They have Tommy Chong running a photo mat.
Okay.
So there's the possibility of going to a photo mat and having them develop it, and just, hey, I'd like to have some 8x10s of each of these.
So,
And they wouldn't have been opened until 10 in the morning anyway, which would have been about the time that he would have been going to mass.
could we have said that I did that while he was at mass?
I'm good with that, yeah.
Okay.
So you'll be able to pick them up at about 1 in the afternoon, which is, so
Well, it's
essentially
not
after you
enough.
finish
It's
up
an
with your
ellipse.
conversation
It's
about
not
where
a-
you want to
it's
go
not a
from
circle.
here,
Okay.
you'd be able to go pick up the photos.
Yeah, you know it's attached to the.
So,
It's possible.
and the other thing we need to figure out, I don't know if they would be available,
Native
is the Boy Scout thing that you had gotten a call
Yeah.
from
This is a photo.
Get
the
clarification.
night before.
Okay, so
From the troop leader.
yeah, you've gotten a phone call from a troop leader, and then of course there's the other information that you had about the Boy Scouts, specifically, who was it? You had written down guy's name
We never did.
because you hadn't followed up on that.
we
we
never
haven't
did. We
followed.
never chased down the vet.
Yeah,
That's what we're trying to discuss now.
yeah.
I've got a question on this when we get a chance.
Question on
It was Dr. Shane Vobach.
Vobach.
Another German.
Yeah. Interesting.
Still in
Okay.
the Stasi involvement.
Okay. What was your question?
On this that we have obtained, this
Uh-huh.
is that with a Sharpie black marker?
No, it appears to actually be part of the map.
What about the smaller circle? Or is that just something that we're seeing?
Smaller circle.
Is it down there?
Oh yeah. That's actually part of the map as well. It is not done with the Sharpie. This is too exact. This is like government precise.
But
It is a professional map piece.
this is
Yes, you were going to possibly talk about or make contact with Dr. Vobach.
yeah. So my thing with that is it would make sense for
That'd be the center.
him. How are we gonna do?
That'd be the center of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
My idea of pairings might not work anymore.
There's also the question of,
Almost straight across from the center of the image.
looking at, they're obviously wanting to look at the props / clues that were found in his house before making any further decisions on where to go from there.
Yeah.
And while they're doing that, I'm wanting to look for some old notes.
Right in this,
Yeah.
in the
But
There are things.
well, and then our medic isn't here to ask the police about who was the girl he tried to take.
Oh, yeah. Asking him, you wouldn't necessarily need to ask him. He just has a contact that makes it quicker, possibly.
Yeah.
papers back then were usually stupid and printed the victim's name.
Yes, they were. So if you were,
So-
why are you
HIPAA was
printing the
not a
victim's
thing.
name?
In that case, do we want to look through newspapers and see if we can find her?
Susan
That
Q.
may be in
Great
some of
Barber
the
Job.
stuff that we have already picked up from.
No.
no, you
No.
hadn't
None
done
of the
it yet.
newspaper clippings.
Oh, okay.
They weren't in any of those clippings.
Okay.
None of them had a
Okay.
girl named except for, what was it, daughter of a Russian or something like that? No, I'm thinking of something else. Okay. Ignore what I just said.
I may be imagining it, but the tip of the pipe is right in the middle of that square, or that ellipse, right where me and you were pointing. Right there.
Okay, they are particularly interested in the
The map.
laminated map.
And that is circling close to, where was that area?
Waxahachie.
Waxahachie.
The pipe is right there. I may be
Are you-
making this up, but you never know.
So are we saying that we waited until I got the papers since they're looking at everything?
Oh, waiting. What papers? What are you talking about? Are you
The
planning on
photos.
trying? No.
Oh.
This is okay. Yeah, that's.
I don't get what they're trying to do.
You never know with you, all right?
I understand what you're going for here, and I'm
You
saying
never know.
I'm saying it is a distinct possibility. However, the image that you had would have had to have been a perfectly sized photo that was actually found in the location.
The only thing of
And
those
the-
that we have is the map right now.
Yeah, the only physical thing that you have is the map. The photo of Bob Dobbs, that would have been part of the big photo that she took.
No.
So it's not necessarily going to be set to scale. Now, if there was a picture of Bob Dobbs in the guy's place that you'd found, I could definitely see that being, the whole overlay and or. So anything that's going on there, that might be, a moment of synchronicity, but probably not planned.
Okay.
It's still weird that shows up right in the middle of that.
So
It is. It's really weird.
I mean, like literally where the pipe reaches his mouth
Uh-huh.
is dead center of the ellipse.
okay.
That's
My-
beautiful. Which is giving you the heebie-jeebies.
So, what's your character's name again?
Carrie.
Terry.
Terry. Terry, I got a question. Is the library open today?
Library is open on Sundays.
Okay.
They open at noon and they're open until 6 p.m.
Okay. Terry, would you be willing to help me look through newspapers to see if we can find the girl that he supposedly tried to take?
You bet.
Well then,
Well, you
the,
betcha.
those two could go and talk to
Yeah. Well, you
When's
betcha.
visiting hours?
You betcha. Let's get on
James
this.
Walters.
When's visiting hours?
You don't know.
We would have to call the site area to see.
Call the psych ward.
But I figured it would probably be better to have us in pairings of someone that can fight and someone that can talk politically or whatever term we want to use.
Okay. So, calling to find out what the hours are for visitation.
Yes.
It,
If there's visitation today, even since it's a Sunday.
right. Well, we will leave that up to a dice roll. Do you have research? Give me a research roll. On a failed research roll, they don't have visitation on Sundays. On a successful one, him specifically. He's the one who was doing the research.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
let's
I'm
say-
kind of fun illiterate. You want to do the research?
We're only getting one person to do this. It's not
Okay.
an everybody.
I
Do you
don't
thing.
have
have
research
research.
or no?
I do.
You don't have research?
I don't.
That is so
I'm
weird.
surprising.
Yeah.
So since
I'm
I'm
surprised
sending him to do the
surprised.
visitation, he'll do the
Okay, so he's doing the research then. So, pulling out the phone book and
Come on,
giving
success.
a phone call.
My check is a 16, so 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, yes. You get a hold of them. Oh, yes, we do have visiting hours. However, one thing, there's, we should warn you, if you're going to the Wing X, that's, you can't have a whole lot of your personal effects with you. Certainly there's weapons that you need to leave anything out in your vehicle. The only thing that you really should bring with you is an ID, and we will hold on to your ID until you get out. And is there a name for the specific individual you would like to see? That way I can let you know whether or not he's
Yes,
still here.
I'm looking for a James Walters.
James Walters. Oh yeah, he's definitely in Wing X. That's going to be room 13. Wing X. That's going to be the first floor.
Room R2D2.
Yeah.
Of course, I believe.
X, room 13.
Room 13. And that is shortened visiting hours for those individuals. We have hours from 2 to 6 for that.
Okay.
And be advised, normally right around 3 is when they have their time for. Why am I drawing a blank on it? It's not an exercise period, but it's a activities room. So he very well might be in the activities room.
Alrighty, well, thank you for all your help.
Certainly.
I'm assuming your character is like a clean-cut NASA type. Perfect. No beard or mustache, right? Perfect.
What
What?
room was that? 13?
We need to get this man
Wing X, room
a
13.
pipe. It looks like he's worshiping this guy. And when we went in the basement, remember all this stuff? He's really into it. So I think that we clean you up just a little bit more, put a little Brook cream in your hair, and get you a pipe. And then you'll walk in and he'll think you're like the Savior himself walking in the doors, eh? What do you say?
That sounds good to me.
Get this man a pipe!
He won't be taking it in.
Okay.
Okay.
We could try, I guess.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
plan is you two, so that way we have muscle with.
What are you calling me, fat?
No!
Oh,
Oh, yeah. No, you're too trim to be. Well, you're not trim. That's
yeah, I'm calling you fat.
I'm more trying to think of someone that can defend and someone that can smooth talk.
He's the face. You're the muscle.
Strong back, weak mind. Yay.
Yeah, you're not necessarily a weak mind, but
You have the military skills.
I can chance it well on a truck.
yeah. Okay, so are we looking at just the two of you, or are we going to do all four of you? Are you planning on splitting the party?
Jesus.
That's
I
what I
mean-
have heard, because they don't trust me in a psych asylum.
I have a concern about it. If you disagree with it, you're welcome to. I'm just saying I don't want to go up there because I don't want him to recognize me since I
This
live
hurts
within a
me.
block.
This hurts me.
You guys could very well,
Well,
just
and-
stay in the car.
Who is
Well,
Yeah, that's what we used to do to kids. Just roll the window down a little bit.
okay,
Well,
are you saying that she and he would stay out in the car as kind of lookouts in case there's something suspicious?
Correct.
Okay.
Would we be able to pull out newspapers from the library to possibly do research in the car?
Usually you couldn't check
You
them out.
can't check out the newspapers.
Okay.
You could only read newspapers there and they're reading.
That's part of why I was trying to.
Have the great big.
Okay, so
baseball
effectively
bat.
right now,
What?
it's taking you so far about 15 minutes. It's 1:15. So you've got some time. You could go to the library, make photocopies of the pages that you think are important.
How far back? What it was? You could go back a month, and then after that it was microfiche.
Yeah, after a month, it's microfiche.
And we're within recent enough.
Yes.
Yeah, it's within,
within
the
a
last week or
Okay,
so.
let's go make some photocopies.
Okay. I just wanted to be able to
Who's
kill
got the
two birds
nickels?
with one stone. Who's got what?
The nickels.
It was
Okay.
a nickel to make a photocopy back then.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure we could kill two birds with one stone, figure out who the girl is without triggering him, while also talking with him to figure out his.
Why would we want to kill a stone?
What?
It's not a stone that we're killing, but okay.
Kill two stones with one bird.
Texas public education, right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll get the photocopies and then we'll head over there so that way they can go and talk and we'll be in the car. Do you. Okay, out of character, do you have research skill?
Depends on who you're asking.
She said, out of character. Do you have research skill?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll
In
probably.
character.
In character, my character is probably going to focus on doing the research stuff while you do look out.
Okay, wait.
In the
Are
car.
you planning on separating to do this? Or are you Okay. Are you doing this first and then going
Yes.
to...
So
Okay.
that way I can look at the photocopies in the
Shouldn't
car.
take too long.
Yeah, it wouldn't take that long. It's...
He also has research.
Yeah.
We know that it'd be the day after the crime.
Right.
So,
Yeah, it's not going to
Okay.
take long.
I wasn't sure how long it would take, so that's part of why I was asking.
okay.
Okay.
Because figured we could find it in the car
Hour or
and
two
then
at the most.
circle it or highlight it or whatever.
Don't highlight it. Don't circle it.
I'm talking
Unless
about
you're talking about the photocopy.
the photocopies.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't want
Yeah.
the originals.
The public library would be very displeased with you.
Yeah, I'm
You
aware.
could buy back copies from newspapers
Yeah, you
up
had
to
to
a
call the.
certain point.
You had to call the
The main office.
Yeah.
I think it was like a week.
Yeah, you could do a week's worth
I think it was a
of back
week.
issues. They would normally after a week they would dispose of
Yeah.
the excess, and it would be turned into confetti or packing paper or something like that.
It's a Sunday, so they're not going to be open.
Yeah.
I mean, print room won't.
Yeah, the print room won't be open. You would have to wait till tomorrow.
Yeah.
This is going to be your most likely reason or
It's
ability.
weird, the stuff that we used to be able to do. You can't do it anymore.
I know.
Okay, so
All the restrictions we have nowadays.
The kids make fun of me.
So
They
since
used to
you
take the
said-
paper out of here, here's the paper.
Yeah.
since you said my photos will be done about 1, we can stop, grab my photos,
Okay.
and then we can stop at the library, grab the photocopy, and then we can go to the psych ward. And then it should be 2-ish after 2.
Yeah, you should reasonably have enough time to do that.
Okay.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
So, heading to the photo map.
Are we carpooling in my car and having me drive again?
Why not?
Sounds good to me.
Just since we don't want someone driving.
There's
That's
driving
our
skills?
role. I do.
Okay.
I would,
You
like,
win.
I would like to check the car again for bugs.
Okay.
I'll allow that.
Okay, go ahead and give me an electronics use roll.
I think that needs to be a normal anytime we go to one of the places that nobody's been in for a while.
Got it.
Okay. There's been nothing added to her vehicle that you could find.
Okay.
Does that include the explosives?
Yes. When he was doing a search, it would have been something that has a radio signal igniter. So he didn't do a thorough search necessarily for explosives. He was just checking for bugs.
Okay.
Now, odds are good something like that would be discovered unless it's specifically tied into the ignition switch.
Yeah, I don't. Let's not introduce the IRA to the game.
Right?
I think we've got enough stuff chasing already.
You
oh,
do.
look, the Irish Republican Army's mad at us.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Do I
kinda
need to make a
wild,
driving
though.
roll or no?
There's a
No.
whole
In this
insurgency
instance,
going on.
not going to worry about a drive roll. Everything here is fairly normal.
Yes, they are.
The conditions are decent. It's still colder than usual in Texas at this time of year. So you're still all likely putting on like extra either a light jacket or wearing your military
I
jacket,
got my Rambo jacket on.
Okay.
or you're doing a sweater. That's probably a bit much.
Parka.
Parka's a little much
I'm just
with the rock.
yes.
Okay.
All right. Going to pick up the photos. No roll necessary. You get your photos. You have a bunch of 8x10s of everything, so everything is essentially blown up a little bit, except for, of course, the mural thing that was done on the wall, which is now divided up into one 8x10 and then 4 quarters of 8x10s that have a little bit of bleed over, so you could actually put the pages together.
Everything, tape them together.
Yeah. When you leave from there, go to the public library. I need one person to make a research roll in order to get it.
It's gonna be one of them too.
Who's going to do it?
I just rolled. What did I get? Where? There's researching. 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
2 of 14. So,
Okay. Yeah, it's an easy check. It takes you all of like 5 minutes to get back into the periodicals section. A librarian helps you find the proper pages for any of the police files, and you can quickly find the relevant section, take a photocopy of it so you've got a physical copy of it to reference against, and off you go. And yeah, you end up arriving at the psych ward at 2:05.
Okay. So, up to you guys if you want to wait until 3 when he's in his activities area, or if you want to do it now, or however you want to do it.
I don't want to wait until 3 minutes in his activities area. Nobody likes to be pulled away from activities. It's just bad mojo.
Especially with ceramics thing.
Right.
Okay, so you guys are welcome to go in while he keeps me company to make sure
Who's
that no one bugs us. No,
Who's he?
Terry. And I'll read the paper.
Okay, were you going to stop at a tobacconist first in order to get a pipe?
Yes.
Stopping at a tobacconist. Okay,
Okay.
that pushes
And-
it back. So you're going to end up arriving at about 2:40. But yes, you have a tobacco pipe. Are you a smoker?
I mean, it's the 80s. I'd probably stands to reason that I was.
It's conceivable, but not
So
everybody
do
was.
I.
Not every,
Like a bubble pipe.
most people.
There were a lot of people in the 80s, but plenty who weren't. My family was staunch anti-smoking, except for my brothers. When they got caught, they were forced to eat the cigarettes. So,
That's unique.
huh?
While they were lit, or
No.
That's just a little extra.
Yeah. My brother John, he was forced to eat the remainder of his pack, and the puking. Oh my, the puking.
That's why I had everyone put them out that one session.
I still remember that from when I was a kid.
So I'm going to
rough.
say yes, just not a chain smoker.
Okay, so social smoker. All right, picked up tobacco, pipe, and we have the two of you entering the psych ward. Standard front entrance like you would expect in any hospital. The lobby area has a reception desk at it, and there are 2 nurses behind the reception desk. Can either of us help you?
Yeah, we'd like to see James Walters, please.
Let's see, James Walters.
I believe he's in the X-Wing.
Oh, okay. Thank you. That helps.
Well, I thought.
Yes, room 13.
Okay.
We're gonna have to have a check done of you. No cash, no wallets. Do you have your driver's license or ID with you?
Yes, and my driver's
Okay.
license. We had called ahead of time to know that a lot of the stuff we couldn't bring,
Okay.
so I left most of that stuff out. in the car.
Okay. Any spare change or anything like that? We need you to put that into a lock box that you can. We'll let you take the key with you, but everything else needs to go into the lock box. And one of the orderlies will have to pat search you to make certain that you don't have anything that isn't allowed. And if you have belts on, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to take those off as well.
What about shoelaces?
Shoelaces you can keep.
Okay, good, because I'm wearing boots.
Okay.
Now, this time frame, you could smoke in these facilities. So
Yeah.
Yep,
And actually, they encourage the patients to do it because it kept their asses calm.
exactly.
Yep.
I'm going to get out of the car and smoke a cigarette and keep an eye on things.
Thank you for doing it outside of the car.
Okay. She is going to let you keep your pipe and your tobacco, and she won't let you take a lighter in, but you can take a pack of matches, and she'll hand you a pack of matches.
Okay.
That's the only way to light a pipe anyways.
Absolutely.
She wouldn't necessarily know that. She's more of a cigar woman, which she prefers the match for that. As you are
Just like
escorted,
whiskey.
you're escorted by both a nurse and an orderly. The male orderlies do pat searches on each of you before letting you in to make certain you don't have anything that isn't allowed. Empty your pockets. It's the same pat search that's done in jail. Okay. And once you arrive at the door to X-Wing, the X-Wing has bars across it, and there's a swinging door that is connected to a buzzer. Guy on the other side is waved at by the orderly, and he indicates the number of visitors too, and then he does indicate room 13.
None of us are wearing anything that looks hospital gownish. I want to state that now.
Right. Okay.
You left the boo-boo at home.
Yeah.
I would like for the both of you to make IQ rolls.
9 against the 15.
Okay.
Made it. Yeah.
Okay. The orderly on the other side looks really familiar. And as you are let in and being led by the first orderly and the nurse to room 13, it occurs to you, you've met that guy before. He was working at the American Auto Duel Association. That was Henry.
One of the guards.
The 2 guards that came out to meet you was Henry
And my ex-wife.
and your ex-girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend, Sophia.
Yeah.
Does he recognize us?
He doesn't seem to make any indication of recognizing you.
Because we used false names there.
Yeah. He just sees you, buzzes you through, and his eyes follow you as you guys walk down the hallway. It's about a 60-foot hallway grand total. As you're going through, 3rd room on the left is 13. The numbers start on the right, 1, 2, 3. Circle back around to 16
Okay.
would be the first one on your left. Takes you up to room 13, knocks on the door. The nurse does, and she opens it slightly. James, you have visitors. Okay, yeah, sure. Who's here to visit me? I'm sorry, I didn't get your names. I don't remember what was on your driver's license.
My name's Thomas.
Thomas?
JJ.
and JJ. Thomas and JJ? Who? He comes up to the door, opens it the rest of the way. You! Come on in, guys. Both of you. Yeah. It's a long time since I've seen you, Thomas. Come on in. You're
Okay.
JJ, right?
Right.
Yeah, friend of his, yeah?
Yep.
Shakes your hand vigorously, and he sees you got a pipe. Oh, praise Bob. Come on in, guys. Emphatically drags you in. We're going to be good. Do you have butterscotch pudding today, or is it chocolate? Chocolate. Ugh. All right, shuts the door. You can tell he's illuminated,
Okay.
and he can tell you're illuminated.
Yep. I got that.
I've been waiting for somebody to come and rescue me. How are you guys getting me out of here?
Okay, first of all, I don't know if we can get you out right now, but we need to talk.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's plenty of stuff to talk about.
Okay.
Is the girl safe?
As far as I know, that's one of the reasons that we wanted to talk to you.
Okay. So why don't you start, and I'll answer, and then I'll have some questions. That work? That good for you?
Do whatever we can to help.
Okay. Yeah. Here, have a seat. And he pulls a chair over, and he takes a seat on the mattress of the bed. He's got a little twin bed. There are 3 little chairs in the room. They're fixed chairs, not folding. And they're fairly lightweight, but they're strong enough to support you guys. He has a little desk that he is able to keep some things at, as well as a dresser. On top of the desk, you can see, obviously, there's a photo that is laid out. It's not in as good a condition as this photo is. He has also a collection of small knickknacks that seem to be rocks or other things that are laid out in a pattern. Do you have a telegraphy skill?
Yes, I do.
Give me a roll.
Made it.
Okay, he's got a message written out in Morse code
Okay.
using little rocks.
Okay. I can see that.
After staring at it for a minute, it says, Henry is part of the conspiracy. It is. I know I said that you guys could ask the questions first, but I got a really important one. Is Henry working today? Did you see him?
Yes, he is.
Did you see a ring? Was he wearing a ring?
I didn't see his hands.
Okay. Crap. Okay. I think that's all the questions I've got for you now. Why don't you start with what questions you have?
Okay.
Could you tell us kind of the circumstances around, like, you getting arrested?
Okay, so I can see he's not a pink boy, and if you're a friend of his, you're not a pink boy. I can tell that.
A pink boy?
A pink boy, part of the conspiracy. If most of the pink boys are people who don't understand slack. They don't understand the revelation of Bob. They don't understand what it is. They're part of the sheep. You know, they follow all the rest of the herd out in the real world. No, these people, they don't understand Bob. They don't understand the revelations. They don't understand what really is going on. They don't understand that they're part of a conspiracy, unwitting and likely food. Have you not talked to him about this yet?
No, we're actually we just discovered what's been going on.
Oh, okay. So you're like me about a month ago. I had my realization, my wake up. That would have been November 13th. November 13th, that's when I had my revelation. That's when my eyes were finally opened.
What happened on November 13th?
I was invited to a devival, and I was given a pamphlet. It was from the Church of the Subgenius. This is about the same time that Pam filed for divorce. I got served papers the day before.
How's all that working out for you?
Good question. I haven't seen her since then. She moved out. Last I heard, she was staying with her mom.
So it's just you living at the house these days?
Oh yeah. Dude, you should go to my house. There's so much stuff that I have there that would make a lot of sense for you guys. If you go, the front mat, there's a key that opens up a lockbox on, let's see, it'd be the east side of the house. It's down by the basement side. It's covered up. You'd have to move some rocks around. There's a stack of 3 large rocks up against the house. There's a lockbox there. You open up that lockbox. That's got keys that get you into the house.
Okay.
Is there anything we need to be aware of in the house?
Oh yeah, I was getting there.
Okay.
Okay, now there's a separate basement. It's an old bomb shelter that was added onto the place, or built into the place. Man, that was expensive. But late 70s. I inherited the house from my parents. Late 70s, with all the stuff going on with Russia and Cuba, and that leading into the 80s and the early 80s stuff. We've got the last 5 years. How likely is it that we could die of a nuclear explosion? Well, my parents were ahead of the curve, and they had a bomb shelter installed. So it's a separate set of keys for the padlock for that. And down in there's some stuff that definitely is dangerous, but there's also a lot of stuff that's really important. But in the main floor, if you go in there, I've got another. Oh, hey, here, I've got a photo like this. And he hands the photo initially to you because.
And we'll hand it off to you.
Okay. If you look really close at him, you can see 3 little dots making a triangle on his forehead. Really close. You see them?
Yeah.
Okay. I noticed that. And that's Jay Stewart Brand. That's the CEO for the company I used to work at.
Okay.
And he has the name written down on the back of the photo. Okay. Now, the real Stewart Brand, I discovered there's another guy named Stewart Brand, different spelling of Stewart. And he doesn't have those dots. And I realized you can tell better that they have those dots in black and white. That's why I got a black and white TV down in the basement. I'm watching TV and I'm looking for anybody who has those series of 3 dots like that. Because if they are, that's a clone. That's a clone.
Okay. Who's doing this? The cloning.
I don't know yet. That's a great question. But that's something that I was looking at, and I was hoping that I was going to be able to get some answers. The girl that I was trying to save, her family doesn't know that she can see the same things that you and I see. I could see it in her eyes, and she could tell that I was special too. But again, my eyes weren't open until, like I say, like a month or so ago. So up until then, I didn't realize exactly how important she was. She lives not far from where she goes to school at, and I'm pretty sure I've seen you there. Do you like? Are you a teacher?
Yeah, I'm a substitute teacher.
Okay. Yeah, you may have had her in class. You may have seen her. I don't know if you'd ever seen her or not. Name is Rachel Bruggerman.
You know how to spell that?
Bruggerman. And it's the Rachel, not EAL.
Okay.
Yeah, Rachel, she's got the same sight that you and I have. She had her eyes opened much earlier than you or I think.
Okay.
So you said you were trying to save her. How were you saving her?
Her parents are pink boys. They don't know, and they're trying to indoctrinate her. That's why they've got her going to that school. I didn't realize that they had illuminated people at the school. I thought that they were all just, a bunch of pink boys trying to process her for consumption by the masses. We need to keep her away from being made into one of these run-of-the-mill sheep.
Does she know that she's...
That she has sight?
Yes.
Pretty sure, because I saw her drawing the same sorts of things that I do. She's got lots of the pyramids with eyes, and the eyes, they follow you, man. They follow you. And dude, I saw her working on homework, and she was making certain to take clippings of important events, and they're the same events that I have been clipping over the last several months.
Interesting.
I started clipping some of these well before my eyes were really opened, because I thought that they might be, important social things, and I didn't realize exactly how important. I think that was leading into my eyes finally being opened. As he's talking, you notice he's starting to get a line of drool. He's so emphatic about everything that he's saying.
I'm gonna say, hey, buddy, you got all that.
Oh yeah, sorry, thanks, yeah.
So, if you were able to get this girl protected, where would you have taken her?
And the only place I could think of that would have been safe would have been to take her back to my place. We've got the bomb shelter. Would have just left her to use that as her room. I would have been taking the rooms upstairs.
What went wrong with you saving her?
Man, bad luck. I'd had good luck all that morning. Everything was running smooth. Okay, so I'm not the greatest at picking locks, but I gave it a shot to try to get into the playground area where she was at. And first try was a no-go, but dude, it popped right the second time. And as I was going up, we were starting to talk. She was walking out with me, and one of the kids shouted, and I swear that the little bastard was part of the conspiracy. I think he was anti-illuminated, and he was doing his best to raise a ruckus, and cops just happened to be going down the street at the same time he started screaming and throwing things at them. So it got their attention, and boom, next thing I know, they're attacking me, tackling me to the ground, and she's begging with them the entire time not to hurt me, but they weren't listening to that. And leans over, and you can see just a huge goose egg he still has on the back of his head.
Any other odd marks on the back of his head other than what looks like somebody just thumped him?
No, nothing else odd physically.
Okay.
No physical deformations.
Scars or anything like that?
No. This guy, physical description wise, he's about 5'10", probably about 200 pounds, skinny. He isn't allowed to have a razor, so he's got about a week's worth of scruff,
Okay.
but he doesn't get a really thick
Nothing
scruff.
that would appear that he's been experimented on or anything like that.
Nothing that you can see specifically.
Okay.
So how are they treating you here?
Man, everything's so boring. But they've let me get some things from my home. As supervised when I went in. That's where I got the photo, because that's going to be important. I'm hoping that if I can't get out this way, they can at least get me a good, competent lawyer who can defend me and point out that he's responsible for me being here. Because if it weren't for guys like that I wouldn't need to protect her.
Right.
Totally understandable. So, you said you watch things on TV, on the black and white TV.
On the black and white, you can tell.
See it better.
You can see it better. Yeah, in color TVs, the color just blends in. But on a black and white, that's why I have the black and white photo.
Right.
I've got a photo
Do you have
just
a
like that.
VCR by any chance that you have anything taped?
That's a great idea. No, I don't have a VCR. That would have been a great thing to have.
Okay, just curious.
So we're going to talk about breaking you out. Obviously, Henry can't know about it.
Yeah, no.
You gotta kind of keep what you know incognito at the moment.
Knocking at the door. Heavy knocking, like with a thick ring.
With a thick ring.
Hold on a sec. James, we got to check on you. You know this. You know the drill. Yeah. I've got visitors though. Say something, guys.
Yep, we're in here.
Okay. Yeah, because he's not going to just believe me. Give me just 30 seconds. We'll get the door for you. All right. And you can hear footsteps walking away.
Let James know that whatever we talk about, he needs to keep to himself. He can't tell anybody.
Oh yeah.
Play up the whole illuminated thing that the people that are the pink boys that don't they wouldn't understand. So we need to keep it in house and very quiet.
You want me to not talk about the Church of Bob, the Church of the Subgenius? Or do you want me to just
I think
spread the message without necessarily talking about the
I think it
conspiracy?
would be in your best interest to downplay that at the moment until you're out.
Okay, so you want me to lay low and cover up everything so that we act like I'm in the conspiracy.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay, I can understand.
Be kind of like a sleeper agent, if you will.
Well, they got plenty of sleeper agents. That's what I think Henry might be. So you had some other questions. What else did you have?
What do you know about the American Automobile Association?
Oh, dude, spread circuses, man. Keep the people entertained, and they'll be compliant. They'll be the sheep that you need. That's just another form of bread and circuses, man.
You know Henry worked at Moonlights there as a security guard?
No, did not know that. That's weird because Henry, he works crazy hours here. He's getting overtime all the time. Lots of doubles.
Doubles.
Okay. Have you noticed any triangle markings on Henry?
Triangle markings on Henry?
Right, like you.
I like
3 dots.
I see him in color, man. I haven't been able to take like a black and white photo of him.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a couple of personal questions.
Okay.
This is very personal, but it's very important.
Okay.
Do you know of a photograph of you and another young man in a compromised position? About a photograph taken with you and another gentleman?
You're gonna need to be more specific. What kind of compromising situation? Are you talking about like?
Yes.
I'm not gay.
We're not saying that you are.
Not
We're
asking
asking if
that
you
you
found,
are,
if you
or
knew about a
telling you.
photo involving that.
Okay, a photo of that? No. Oh, dude, they're trying hard to frame me.
Out of character, what was the son's name of the mayor?
Your son?
Austin the Third.
Okay. Back in. I would ask him if he knows an Austin Austin.
No,
Give him
no.
the rough age.
Wait, Austin. The only Austin I know is that Austin Stark Taylor, the mayor. I wouldn't.
The mayor himself, or
Well, I don't know him. I voted for him.
okay,
That's back before I would have started voting for Bob for everything.
I understand.
But he
So
still
you
seemed
don't,
like
you
he
don't
was
know
decent.
his son at all.
No. Is it son as a junior? Oh wait, no.
The third.
He was a. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say he lobbied that whole thing. He got his money partly from family. His family was involved in cotton. A lot of it was like in Georgia, if I remember right. That was how he got some of the money that he used for his campaign.
Okay.
So wait, you're saying that they've got a photo of me and the mayor's son doing
Yes.
stuff?
The deed.
As it were.
Oh man, that's.
So
Was it black and white? Or was it color?
I believe it was a black and white photo.
It was.
Okay.
You can check it.
Okay.
Does it have my face visible?
Being eliminated, I'm glowing like crazy now.
So
I'm starting to understand.
maybe take a look at that photo. Do you still have the photo?
We can get a hold of it.
Check it. Look for the 3 dots. If so, they've already cloned me. While I was asleep the other day, I had the most horrible itching sensation. And when I checked, it looks like, and he starts to lift up his shirt, and you can see that there's a small incision that has been made in his lower right abdomen. They took a sample out of me. This is, I had this cut appear out of nowhere like a year ago.
A year ago. Was that around the same time that your eyes were opened?
No, that's well before.
Okay.
Maybe they could tell that my eyes would be opened. Some of these things, some of these entities, some of these conspirators, the reptilians, those bastards, they have eyes that see differently. So they can tell. It's almost like they see in black and white plus color. So they can tell where their clones are and which people aren't clones. And I think that has that same sort of illuminated sight. The things that you and I can see, I'm pretty sure that they can see them too. But they see them a different way. And it's those friggin' reptoids, the reptilians.
Okay.
So you do know about the lizard people.
Oh yeah, when you make it to my place, there's this great diorama thing that I've done. It's a decoupage, not diorama, decoupage up on the wall, and I painted the pictures of the reptilians myself.
Do you know anything about the Greys?
Greys, from everything I've seen, they seem to be on our side, but they've done a lot of experimenting on people over the years. I mean, a lot. They're trying to understand us.
On your decoupage, where you said you've hand painted in reptilian.
Yeah.
What are there specific?
Okay.
Still
I'm
good.
gonna say,
What-
can you just go up and show them that you're okay, so we can keep talking?
Yeah. I'm sure we'll just talk about this something else for now.
We'll just go look up in the nest so he doesn't see us.
He needs to make sure that the door stays open for certain periods of time to make sure everything's cool. So
Okay.
yeah, opens up the door, and Henry is standing there.
I'm gonna be like tucking my face away from the door, so that like he can't see my face.
Okay.
I'll say, well, yeah, James. I'm sure we can stop by your house while you're in here and make sure everything's fine.
I appreciate it, and Pam might be stopping by in order to pick up some things that were still there. If you could get a hold of her, I'm sure that I can get you. You don't have any pen or paper, do you?
No, unfortunately, they wouldn't let us bring that in.
Hey, while you're here, could you go and grab a pen and paper long enough for them to write down a phone number, and then they can give you the pen and paper back? Henry reluctantly shrugs his shoulder. Oh, okay, give me a few minutes.
Okay, as soon as he leaves, I go back to James, where you've painted the lizards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that significant to anything? Like, is that where you've seen them located, or?
Oh no, it's not like a geographic thing. It's
Okay.
more of a metaphor because you got the Greys on one side, and they're the good guys,
Okay.
and the lizard people, they're on the other side. They're on the bad guys.
Do you know where the lizards, if they have strongholds or if they have layers or?
As far as I know, they might have something in the White House. I don't know. I haven't been able to pinpoint specific locations for them.
Okay.
Wait a second. Something else you might consider. You said that there's a photo of me and.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth checking to see if both of us have those dots.
Planning on that.
Okay. Because if you guys heard about it, oh crap, they're trying to blackmail the mayor, aren't they?
Exactly.
It would make sense that they would just clone something and then make something out of nothing, unless they have replaced his son.
Okay. One more question that I've got.
Okay.
Do you know if there's anything funny in the water?
Oh yeah, you don't drink the water. The fluoride that they've been adding to the water, I don't think fluoride is the only thing that they've been adding.
Okay.
Have you seen the frogs, man?
Yes, we have seen the frogs.
Man, I don't know what chemical it is, but they're making the freaking frogs gay. They have something in the water making the freaking frogs gay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an insecticide that they're putting in the water.
Insecticide? People are drinking that? Oh, that's nasty. You'd think that would affect the flavor or something.
You'd think.
And Henry has made it back to the door.
Okay.
He has a short little flexible pen that he hands you with a piece of
Anti-suicide
paper.
pen?
Yep.
Okay.
Just in case you accidentally drop it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. There you go. You can keep these. And he hands you a small pad of paper and one of those pens.
Okay.
And the little pad only has like 15 sheets on it.
Okay. So,
The notebook size.
yep, I
Okay.
asked
Okay. And
James for the phone number.
he gives you a phone number.
I stop him and flip through the notebook to make sure there's nothing in the notebook.
Okay. Yeah. There's nothing else in the notebook. Okay, so, well, it's been really good seeing you, Thomas. JJ.
Nice to meet you.
If he's here and been knocking so much, it's probably about time for activities. And if I talk to you guys much longer, I'm probably not going to be in the mood for activities, or I'm going to do something stupid, and we don't need to have that happen.
No.
Um,
Remember what I told you?
I'm going to do my best to stay calm.
Yes.
And
Stay calm. Out of character. When he said good seeing you, Thomas and JJ, was what's his name still at the door?
he was.
Okay. Well,
Okay, now, you'd have a penalty at it because you specifically were saying, I'm trying not to be seen. Give me an IQ roll.
Or you want me to make a roll as well?
Yeah, you can make the roll, but at a penalty of 5.
I made it by 2.
Okay.
Didn't make it.
Okay. Henry was clearly wearing a very heavy ring, and you can see even at a distance, it's got a pyramid with an eye inside of a circle. And when he was standing at the door flexing, you're pretty sure that the side of the ring had the Masonic symbol on both sides.
Okay.
So, if you do happen to see Pam, would you apologize for me?
I'll give her your best.
Okay, I appreciate it. It's really good to see you. And next time you come, see if they can have you bring another pipe. I would love to get a drag.
I offer my pipe to him.
You check with Henry first, because the pipes, a lot of them. I was told specifically I can't have a pipe. I can have cigarettes, but not a pipe.
We'll bring you some cigarettes next time.
Okay, a cigarette would be awesome. That would be great.
And I'm still like,
And on that note,
Okay.
cue the music.
All right, and he shakes hands with the both of you, and you're making your way out then?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Next time you come back, I'm going to have more questions for you. We'll see you guys later. Be safe. It's chocolate pudding, isn't it? Crap. And he starts walking the other direction with Henry. And the entire time that Henry is walking the other way with him, he has his hand on a nightstick and is looking over his shoulder repeatedly at the two of you. Makes it to another door, opens it up with a heavy set of keys, oversized keys, Folger style, and lets him into the activities room. Locks it behind, comes back, and he's still holding on to that nightstick as he gets to the front area, and he uses a smaller key to turn a knob so that he can press the buzzer to let you guys out.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll go out.
Head out, grab the few belongings that you have, and out to the car.
Yep. Inventory our belongings, make sure there's nothing missing.
Nothing is missing.
Okay.
Something has been added.
Okay.
What has been added?
Okay. That's interesting.
My character will definitely want to see it.
I'm sure that they're going to discuss that
Yeah.
as soon as you guys get to the car.
So, while I was in the car, did I find the name that he had told them in the newspaper or not?
Yes.
Okay.
And,
And
again, they were dumb back then, and in the newspapers, it also lists her address.
okay, what's the name and address again?
Rachel, oh crap, what the heck did they say it was?
Rachel. And
A lot of times they did that thinking if people wanted to go by and offer their sympathies. and
Right,
condolences.
yeah. Offer support. It was Rachel Bruggerman.
How do you spell that?
Bruggerman. And it's the Rachel, not AE.
Yeah. And then what was the address? Or I'll just state had address.
Yeah, have address.
Okay. And then
Okay. So, you gather up your belongings and head back out to the car? Okay. Are you waiting till you get to the car to start discussing things? You see
Yep.
him like, check this out.
I'm showing it to everybody.
Okay.
When we also get in the car, looked at you and said, I get a really bad feeling he may not be there when we get back.
I don't think he will either. I think something's about to happen to Will.
Yeah, I get a very, very bad feeling.
okay. What? Oh, then.
This was in our personal belongings. Somebody had slipped it in there.
Oh. That is interesting.
We also saw Henry from the Auto Duel Association.
I hadn't
What's
met
that?
him.
What's
so
that
who is
actually
that?
made of?
In game, it's made out of metal. You think it might actually be gold?
Is it heavy like gold?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gold emblem. Wait a minute. What
Now-
gives you that impression?
Did we ever see the symbol of the anti-Illuminati?
You had seen one, yes.
Oh gosh, the Italian.
Yes, I have it written down, but I didn't draw what it was.
You had, that was on the other ring. The P2 Masons, Propaganda Dui.
Did we ever see their symbol?
Yeah, that's on the ring for the Propaganda Dui.
Okay. Anyway, Henry, as in Henry from the Auto Duel Association, one of the security guards,
Okay, Henry was a
apparently
security
works there as well, but we don't think it's actually him.
guard. Elaboration?
It's, I know this is going to sound crazy, oddly enough,
Weird.
but we may be dealing with clones.
We are dealing with clones.
This Henry that was working at the psychiatric facility had a Masonic ring on his finger.
Okay.
I passed Lynn my flask. She doesn't seem to be taking this news well.
I'm
Off the
gonna
cap
refuse
off.
it.
Thanks. But no.
I'm going to say
Mazel
the compromising photo of Austin III and this guy was more than likely a clone. Maybe one, possibly two.
Yep.
Oh.
Definitely one, possibly two.
He also gave us some insight on how to tell if somebody's a clone.
And he didn't ask for the photo back, so you still have the photo.
So,
Okay.
you talking about like clones, like lizard guys with the
Oh, I
skin
see.
suit thing?
Very well possible.
Right.
Because remember, we got the finger.
Uh,
The clones
It
could
has
just be
the-
a skin suit.
Could be, yeah, could, you know,
Or is he saying
it
like
could be
actual clones?
He just said
Yeah.
clone.
Didn't clarify that.
I am curious
So
then
Dolly
how
is
much
kind
of
Dolly was early 90s, right? She.
Dolly was 90s, yeah.
well, in one of my books, I actually have stated that has clones. And
Yeah, because
information
the
like
idea
that.
of the concept of cloning had been around for quite some time.
Yeah,
It
so-
just hadn't come to legitimate fruition until
It was a
it
major-
was like 94, 95.
Dolly.
It was a
When
major,
Dolly
major-
was, the lamb was grown, started off in a petri dish.
Okay, so I am very curious on how accurate my books are. And
He has also verified that, like what we thought, there's a lot of water's been contaminated.
He knows about the lizard people.
okay. Well, I'd assumed he knew based off of his collage.
So the way to tell if somebody is a clone, he goes, you can't tell with the naked eye, but there'll be 3 dots on their forehead
Yeah.
that form the shape of roughly a triangle.
In case you guys haven't seen that.
So the only way to tell is to view that in a black and white situation, either on a Betamax or on a VHS or a black and white TV or a black and white photo.
Okay. Which
Do we know if the mayor's going to be on TV anytime soon?
he has regular news appearances. We could even possibly find someone that had recorded a recent broadcast and
You had actually been to see him when he was doing a TV broadcast
yeah.
as a group. So there's been at least one. The
Within
question
the
is,
last week.
does anybody have a recording of such? Or otherwise, you're not certain specifically when there's going to be anything else until such point as the vote takes place. Once the vote takes place, you know that there's going to be something televised afterwards because they're going to televise the tallying of the final votes.
But would they be manipulating him if he was a clone? Because if he was already cloned, he'd be doing what they wanted without any argument.
Very valuable.
Would he be
Valuable.
having any, like, political, I don't know if political ads were a big thing in the 80s or not.
Oh,
but
the fact that he had won was due to the overwhelming amount of money he threw into political ads in the 80s. And yes, there were a lot of political ads.
Could we
in the
find
80s.
one of those political ads in a newspaper in black and white?
Very likely going back through microfiche.
Okay. Quick question.
Mhm.
How do you spell Rachel's last name again?
BRUGGERMAN.
And we also found out the name of the girl he tried to kidnap. He was not trying to kidnap her. He was trying to save her,
Okay.
according to his words.
I found her name too and her address because they put both in the newspaper.
Honestly, I do. We have some of the same traits.
Okay.
Access, but you're going all funny. It's like you got cheese from brains. What are you talking about?
I have certain abilities that he has the same abilities that not everybody has.
As in you're double jointed or
Yes, kind of like that, but with eyes. I
You have a
am
lazy eye?
I am what's called illuminated, and I can see other people that are illuminated. It basically is like we're a bright light to other people that are illuminated. It's kind of a mutant gene, I guess you can almost say.
you do
Not a
realize,
bad thing by any means.
don't take it the wrong way, but I kind of want to study that.
I've got no problem with this.
Comic book guy now, or it's Superman or something?
Kinda. It doesn't really help me at all, but it helps me notice other things. Stuff that most mundane people wouldn't see.
Okay. For
Tell
example,
me
the
about
water.
Had never come up.
For example, how you always know.
Always friends.
For example, how you notice the water was off.
That's how I can tell that there's something going on with the water. There's certain things that I can't tell you what it is. It's
You
you
can
know
just tell it's off.
okay, you know how that one comic book what's that one comic character? The spider dude. Where he's got
Okay.
that extra sensitivity where he knows something's not right or something
The
bad.
spider sense.
Yeah, it's something kind of like that, but not exactly.
Okay. That's no horrible comparison. Okay.
I can see something may not be quite right, but I can't tell you what exactly it is.
Okay. Well, trying to figure out where to go from here. So, you guys were wanting to see the original picture from that pamphlet that we gave back to the mayor?
Yeah, we're gonna need to see that. This is also very important. He gave us permission to go into his house,
He told
Okay.
us where his key is at
and
as
we
well.
have a plausible deniability story about. Sorry, that's a way too modern term.
It's plausible deniability has been around for quite some time. There was plausible deniability with Reagan and Area 51.
Okay.
Okay. Now, as you guys are talking about this sitting in the car, you hear some screaming, "Wait! I forgot to tell you about the thermite!" Somebody screaming out the window and howling at the window. "I forgot to tell you about the thermite!"
You stick your thumb out? Okay.
Universal acknowledge.
And it's motioning.
Trying to get you. Don't turn key.
So, anyway, so we've got a cover story on if we're at his house while we're doing there. We're
Okay.
checking on his house for him. He'll go along with the story.
So we could go there during the day
Yes.
and explore a lot more.
Yep. And we know where keys are.
Okay. Wasn't the back door unlocked? Did we ever relock it?
I don't know.
Yeah, nobody locked it. the other lock was, open because it was snipped open. It's broken. So that padlock's
So
gone.
we probably should buy him a new padlock. Just to be nice.
I don't know if this is anything that we can come. If this is a vital point of information, but he also inherited the house from his parents, so
Okay.
this house has been in their family for a while.
Okay. But trying to see where to go from here.
Oh,
So
and one other little thing:
okay.
the young girl that he was trying to protect has the same ability as he and I both.
So illumination.
Yes.
So what route do we want to take now? Are we wanting to try and talk to the vet? Are we wanting to try and talk to the girl? Or are we wanting to try and get those pictures back?
Yes.
Because I am concerned that the mayor may have burned them or shredded them.
I say we take a drive by the address of the girl.
And the
just see what
girl.
we see.
The girl's
Don't
parents
stop.
don't have this capability, so they're
So
going
it's
to be
just her.
unaware. So any contact we have with that girl, we're going to have to come up with an excuse.
How old is this girl?
Yes.
Would I have seen how old she is in the newspaper?
Age 12.
So we take
So
pre-bar first.
preteen, so she could potentially be into my books.
But you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Darn. I was gonna say we could go under the ruse of I'm visiting fans of my books with signed copies, but we don't know if she's a fan.
Yeah. Don't know.
Dang.
Could we by her house in the morning and see if she's taking the bus to school?
She
So,
was close
but the
to the
thing
school,
is-
so she's probably walking there.
I didn't know James,
You were
but he
present
knew.
for that.
He recognized me as being illuminated,
Mm-hmm.
So would the
so
girl
she would
potentially
recognize me as being illuminated.
Have you ever had that experience where you recognize somebody as eliminated?
A couple times in the past.
So you could go to the school she was at and substitute for the day there, and then you could talk to her and
I would
see if
have
you
to
can
have
keep
the
her after
mayor
school.
set that up. It's not like I could just say, "Hey, I'm going to teach this class today."
You could offer to help with recess.
This I could do.
I'm just coming up with ideas so that way we.
Spitballing.
Yep.
I don't like that one. Hello. I'm a middle-aged man. I'd like to help with recess.
It's a case of, hey,
And this is in the middle of the abduction panic stuff. too.
I understand. However,
Yeah.
he is a substitute teacher. Hey, I haven't been able to get many hours this last month. Can I come in and help out with
Gym or recess, or some of the
supervising recess? Again,
Arts and
a
crafts.
trusted teacher helping out with recess would be an additional resource because of the abduction panic.
See, my spitball isn't too bad.
That's not that
No, it
unheard
was a
of,
good idea.
especially for substitute teachers who are just wanting to get an extra hour or two added to their paycheck.
And that's when you could talk to her and then maybe see if she wants to meet you around the corner after school.
Okay, that's great.
no,
Well,
no,
that-
no.
I know that part
We
is a
will.
little
We
more
will only
risky.
talk in open areas that
Okay.
are in public.
Okay, that is
And
valid.
That's creepy.
That is valid. Okay.
Okay, that's some modern day grooming crap.
Okay,
no.
but he was. Since he was saying he was trying to
got
save
liquor
her,
and
I
candy.
wasn't sure if we wanted to try and get her out of the
Well,
area
no,
or
I
what.
want to actually get her thoughts
You want to get her
about
thoughts?
him.
Okay.
Because he said that she tried to defend him when the cops showed up.
Okay, so
I want to verify that story.
after verifying that, then we can figure out from there, I guess.
Okay, so the current plan is to make certain I understand everything. Initially, a drive-by of the area to see if she's out in the neighborhood playing.
I just want to get a look at the place too, and
Check
also I
out
want
the
to see
house.
if anybody else is paying too any undue attention.
Yeah.
You
See if
know,
there's surveillance on the house.
Right.
Okay.
Who watches the Watchmen?
I don't think we need
Buick
to make
LeSabre
contact
sitting there
with her
with
at
3
her
guys in
house.
suits
Yeah.
and a giant piece of monitoring equipment in the back.
Right? Yeah, yeah.
That kind of stuff.
That sort of thing.
I also think we should get in contact with the mayor to see if we can get him moved out of that asylum, or the mental ward,
I agree.
Get him transferred.
Get him
away from Henry.
Well,
The problem with you said that he might be a clone. What if he's transferred to
I've
another location
got
that also
an
has a
idea.
clone?
okay. What's your thought?
No, never mind. That won't
Okay.
work.
If you trust him so much, how opposed would you be to the mayor giving you responsibility of him and him being transferred to your house?
I don't trust him that much.
Okay.
Not to mention, that would kind of make it difficult for him to do anything else other than watch the guy.
Yeah.
Well,
Fair.
that, and if there's a correlation with him trying to kidnap this girl,
And then you're talking
and
to the girl.
I'm a teacher at this girl's school trying to talk to her,
Okay, yeah.
yeah,
There's
that would
a
be
problem, yeah.
no bueno.
I just was throwing out more ideas because you guys are concerned for his safety. And since you guys are saying Henry is a clone, how do we know there isn't a clone at the other facility so he could be transferred to?
We don't know if the auto duel place was the clone, or if the Henry at the psych ward's the clone, or if they're both clones.
That's part of what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah. So,
I would say that we need to actually do some black and white surveillance on a lot of the people that are involved, including your ex-girlfriend.
I was just about to say that we could ask your ex-girlfriend if she could get us some of the security tapes, or maybe get us another tour of the facility.
As well as get a photograph of her in black
I
and
mean,
white.
any tape that we get would show her walking down one of the
Yeah, I am
hallways.
supposed to link up with her for dinner sometime, with her and her husband. So.
yes.
But are we going to drive by this chick's house?
Would you just, well, at this point, yeah, you guys are still driving around. You haven't had anything else that has come up as of yet. But it occurs to you, you haven't checked your mail in the last 2 days. You should probably take care of that.
How about we stop by my house, drop off stuff, I can check mail, and then we can go drive by her house?
Well, I need to do that too.
Because then we could possibly grab a camera and then see if we have black and white film.
You really think this Henry guy's a clone?
I don't know.
Okay, film doesn't necessarily need to be black and white. You can print in
Do you
black
think
and
there's
white.
something up with this
Okay,
guy, though?
so we could grab camera so we can take pictures and then
Hidden
Have
room
printed
today,
in black and white.
Sonically,
Yes.
which-
You can
A lot
actually
of
get
people
black and
do
white
Sonic
film, or
papers.
you
I
can get color
understand
film
that.
and have it printed with a filter
I
black
don't
and white.
know. The whole.
But it requires
I've seen
a
a
filter.
lot of triangle stuff.
The film in
That's
the
the-
80s,
the
you actually
symbol
did
of
have
the
black and white
Illuminati
specific.
/
You had color, or you had
And he was
universal,
at the-
and you could essentially adjust the
And
tint
he
on
physically
the,
looked like
the monitor
same
that
guy
produces light
that
through
was at
the
Auto Duel
film.
Association.
Although it was ridiculous expensive to get the dual form, it's much cheaper to just get the black and white or the regular color film.
Also, one other thing is we talked to James and told him to kind of keep all the kind of downplay the information about the whole Church of Bob and all that.
Okay.
But he did call me by name in front of this other Henry.
Okay. Well,
Real name.
you had to provide your actual ID in order
I
to do
did.
it, so you would have gotten that
But-
information anyways.
At the Auto Duel Association, we used fake names.
Ugh.
I didn't.
Yeah, you didn't.
You know, it's kind of stuck.
And
But you weren't in the.
are you trying
place.
to hand a note off to someone, and who is it? So if needed, I can hand it off without looking.
What?
See the paper and
I'm making decisions.
Oh, okay.
He's thinking about something else.
Okay.
So, are you the location, the address is actually between here where you're at and getting back to your place.
Okay, so we can drive by there.
Drive through the neighborhood slowly and see what you see.
I'm not looking for the house. I'm looking at all the stuff around the house.
Yeah.
See what you see.
Yep.
And then make my way back to house, and then keep camera on hand for later use.
Okay. Okay.
You sure this Henry guy ain't messing with you?
I don't think so.
Think it's alright? You think this Henry guy's okay?
Is it Henry or is it James that you are asking if is okay?
Henry.
Oh, well, Henry, I don't know. I think that he's got something going on with what's happening. James did say that he's part of the conspiracy that's happening. And that would make sense because unless he's got an exact twin brother, that two of the places we've checked out, he's been at.
And James did say that Henry was working a lot of time at the psych ward.
Said he was pulling some major hours at the psych ward. So if he's pulling that many hours there, how is he working the Auto Dual Association at the same time?
It'd be worth asking your girlfriend if he's been showing up regularly to work.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna check into this. I'm gonna walk out of the house.
Okay, so
But you say
Wait, walk out of the house?
I thought we'd
No, we
you're,
haven't-
you're driving back from the
Oh.
psych ward to the and driving through the neighborhood of the girl.
yeah.
So
On our way to
Hold that-
Gwen's house.
hold
Hold
this
that
until after.
till we get to Gwen's house.
okay,
okay,
all right. Driving through the neighborhood.
perception or whatever.
Yes, give me IQ rolls for perception.
Everyone?
Everybody. She's driving through the neighborhood and she slows down to drive through the neighborhood, so you guys can look for anything out of the ordinary.
I failed mine.
It's just straight
Alright.
IQ, correct?
Straight IQ. If you have any acute vision,
Oh, I got acute hearing, not acute vision.
okay. So we got a
Okay.
success over here.
Success?
Success. Anything?
Fail.
Fail.
Just
Okay.
making sure there was no penalty.
Okay. As you're driving through, and all of you are just taking this in and not talking about it because you're trying to remain nonchalant, right? Or are you just going to go ahead and blurt out, "Hey, I see this. Everybody, look."
Nonchalant, because we do not need, if they're listening to anyone around, we don't need them picking up on, hey, we're spotted.
Right? Okay. Okay. In that case, I'd also like for characters to give me performance or acting, if you have either of those. If you don't, then that's going to be at IQ -5.
I was just gonna use military symbols with him.
Well, I'm just talking about even if you're using military symbols, there's a question of are you having to do it up high so that he pays attention, because he's kind of oblivious at the moment.
Good.
So,
So is that Dex -5?
no,
IQ.
So, can I say that I rolled well enough that I could have covered for everyone? Or
No.
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 failed it.
You fit. Oh.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait. You
can
had a
re-roll.
gold. You had a gold.
I'll wait.
Had. That's not a re-roll. That's an automatic success. You can just hand it to me and say, "I don't want to roll." Okay, so you are being perfectly silent with everything that you're taking in. You're not really seeing much of anything, so you've got nothing to point at, really.
Okay.
You made a success.
I made it by 10. Freaking-
Made it by 10 on the second roll?
no. As in, I rolled 10 under the.
For the
Goal.
observation.
Yeah.
There was a second roll to make certain that you aren't paying.
No. For the conceal.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. 10 under is a critical success. So you are remaining ultra calm.
That's why I was asking if my roll could work.
Right. I understand where you're going with that, but we're going to say no on that. So, as you're going through, you are noticing things different than what he's noticing simply because you have the military experience, as well as kind of the pre-existing conspiracy mindset. First thing that you notice out of the ordinary in the neighborhood is there is a van that is parked just down the street on a Sunday that is a cable van. And as you're driving by, a guy in the front seat is puts his hand up and looks like he's listening to something, and then puts his hand back down, and then he pulls out a clipboard and starts to try to write as he notices that there's a vehicle driving by.
Just give her a tag number.
And yes, you were able to get a tag number on it because they've got front and back tags. Now, as you're going through the neighborhood, you're looking around trying to see anything, and since you know that he has that ability for being illuminated, you're wanting to make certain, hey, that group of girls, are any of them? At which point you get another roll to see whether or not you see anything, because he's pointing at that group of girls. Hey, are those girls? Any of those girls over there?
Made the roll.
Okay, you see the
I
girl.
saw the Leonardo DiCaprio meme where he's like,
Hey, it's that guy. Yeah, pretty much. Now, as you're pointing at the group of girls, it's quite obvious that the people on the front porch that are at the address listed for her are noticing you as you're driving by the neighborhood, pointing at the group of preteen/teen girls. And Dad gets up and is paying really close attention, and that's when you notice he's got some sort of law enforcement badge on his belt, and he pays very close attention to your license plate.
Yeah, I think whoever's in the cable van got her license plate too.
I got an idea to help this feel better. I have extra bucks. Give the girls free bucks. Trying to find people.
So you're going to pull over now.
Honestly, that's not a bad idea.
Pull over, and hey, all right,
Okay.
that's fine. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I stay in the car.
You guys can stay in the car.
Oh,
I'm just trying to make this better.
Just
Just-
have the.
She stops the car and grabs a pack of books and steps out.
"What are you?"
Just be calm.
Hey, I was wondering if you girls
You approach this group of 6 girls.
with my.
Yeah,
But she's female, so it's not near as creepy.
right.
Hey, do you guys like to read?
A couple of them are looking at each other like, do you know this girl? Do you know? One of them's, I like reading.
I have this awesome sci-fi book that I've been writing. Would you like it? I'm Gwendolyn Mitchell.
She looks at it and says, I've got one. Wait, you're Gwen Mitchell?
Yeah.
I have one of these.
Would you like me to sign this for you?
Oh, sure, I'd love an autograph.
Okay.
The others in the group are not particularly impressed, but one of them is, and is happy to get an autographed copy.
I'm trying to make it.
And the other girls that you offer books to, 2 of them do it just to be polite, you're pretty sure, but the other 3 are like, we'll just borrow theirs. I appreciate it, and my parents really don't like me taking things from people I don't know.
Okay, that's understandable. I just was driving by. I'm trying to help advertise my books a little bit, and I thought you guys were the right age group to read it, so that's why I was asking.
Okay, yeah, that's odd advertising scheme, but a lot cheaper, I would imagine.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Let's see.
because the parents have been listening in.
Too far away to hear it.
Okay.
Gwen's bookmobile.
Yep, Quinn's bookmobile.
Okay.
All right, and after that, you're heading back to the
I'm
car.
waving by
Wait.
and back to the car.
Yes, we've got free candy in the trunk.
No.
Oh.
Okay.
Get
And
in.
then
Again.
I am going to By the way, with how good I had rolled in perception, did I notice anything that he didn't?
Okay, now, you noticed right off the bat the girls. You also noticed that the window at the house where the parents were sitting on the front porch, window on the second floor, had an X taped up in one corner, and in the bottom right-hand corner there was a pyramid made out of Scotch tape, or not Scotch tape, packing tape. No, it's not the clear, the masking tape. Thank you. Wow, brain go today.
It's not
So,
dealing with that.
masking tape or painter's tape, something along those lines. There's a pyramid that was made in the window.
Okay, so that's her bedroom. Got it.
Aside from that, there was somebody walking down the street on the opposite side, walking a dog, and
didn't have a blue collar.
you were nonchalantly indicating to the others to pay attention to that guy as well after you guys got back in the vehicle, and you realized that it's Henry.
Another Henry.
Henry's walking his dog down the same street that she is.
What's he dressed as?
He's wearing a three-piece suit.
Is he wearing a ring?
Yes, he is.
Is it the same ring that the one?
It's a long ways away, but you're pretty sure it's a ridiculously thick, large ring.
Okay, so yeah.
He's walking his dog, and he has a handful of plastic bags.
And we could.
And he doesn't seem to pay any attention to you guys as you're driving by. He's focused specifically on the group of girls and the house with the parents as he's looking at things. And make certain to wave at the parents, wave at the girls as he's walking by.
Why are you guys looking at that guy so crazy? Wait a second.
You
That's
recognize
the
him.
guard from
That's
That's the Henry guy.
wait until further away.
You could ask if that girl wants a picture with you and see if you can get him in the background of that picture.
You'd have to get back out.
I already
However,
got back in the car.
you have
However, you have my camera.
No,
Or I have my camera. No, it's at the
It's
house.
the house.
Yeah,
But
so
we
don't
can-
have a camera with
You
us.
don't have a camera with you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that we had already.
Nope.
You jumped
However,
ahead.
once you get back to the house, you can always try and drive back through the neighborhood a second time.
I feel like it would be a little creepy if I continue doing that too much.
Yeah.
Because if
Understand.
I just get out to hand out copies every time I see a group of girls or
Yeah.
preteens or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, continuing on, discussing and getting back to Gwen's place. Once you arrive, you realize, it's been a couple of days since you've even considered checking the mail. And half the time your sister does it, but since she has not been staying here,
Mm-hmm.
it hasn't been taken care of. Check, and you see amongst the usual collection of bills, there is a letter from a pen pal that your sister has, and then there is a letter from American Auto Duel Association.
Why would I have a letter from American Auto Duel? Did one of you guys get my address?
Maybe.
Why? I opened the
It-
letter in front
the-
of them
The
in the
letter
house.
is addressed to Terry Washington.
Terry? Terry?
Oh yeah, I may have said something.
So let's go inside and you read it out to me.
Okay, yeah.
Because
Hey,
it came to my
hey,
house.
that's my mail. Give it here.
Stop.
It came to my house though.
Yeah,
We're
I'm
not
staying
going
with
in
you
the
for a
house
while.
yet. We're gonna do a quick survey around to see if we see
Okay, then
anything.
let's get in the car and read it since we know there's no bugs in the car.
Look around the area, make sure,
Don't see anything, checking to see if
Yeah.
anything weird is going on in the neighborhood.
right, as well as we're gonna check the house again going in.
See if we see another Henry.
Right. Okay.
Or a bug.
Go ahead and give me IQ rolls outside as you're checking to see if there's any sort of surveillance that you can see at the house.
Again! Can my roll count for everyone? It's like 10 under again.
Nice.
I'm going to roll again because I failed mine.
Have you already used the reroll? Oh, using that reroll. That's not a reroll. That's the silver one. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Were you?
She's wanting to do a reroll for the
Yeah.
surveillance. Or checking for surveillance, which is the basic IQ roll.
Yes, maybe.
Okay, checking for basic surveillance, seeing if anybody in the neighborhood, as obviously you're able to determine whether you see anybody, and you do see one person. You're the only person who got a critical, right? Did
Yes.
you get anybody else get a critical? A critical is a 3, a 4, or anything 10 under what you needed to roll.
No.
Okay. You got a success though.
I did get a success.
Okay. You do see that there's somebody who's paying a lot of attention to the house. It's one of the neighbors. He seems to be very interested in what's going on with you guys going in.
Why would he be interested in us going inside my house?
Good question.
Do I recognize him?
Either he's a nosy neighbor, and you see him, you recognize him. You haven't been, particularly neighborly with a lot of people because most of the time you spend either with your sister or working on your books. So it's not like they had a welcoming committee whenever you bought the place.
Some neighbors just like that.
Yeah, some neighbors are just like that.
Karen.
This guy was definitely checking it out, and you saw him as well. When you saw him, you could tell he had that look of, she's just a whore, isn't she? Got 3 guys coming into her house.
Yeah, in the 80s, that would have been room to talk.
Oh yeah, it definitely would have been. So he's trying to determine if you're a swinger. You think? Now, aside from that, though, you notice something else. About a block and a half away, the direction opposite of James's house, you're pretty sure you see one of the governor's, or not the governor's, the mayor's security detail taking up position, looking down the street at you guys with little mini binoculars.
Okay. So, you guys go inside and get comfortable. I'm going for a little walk of fresh air.
By yourself.
I'm going to stop her as she's walking by just a little bit,
Okay.
and I'm going to produce and hand you a .38 revolver.
She's
I
got
show
a
my
gun.
purse.
Do you have? Did you
I
have?
do.
Yeah,
I
she's
carry.
got a 38.
Oh, you do have.
I
that?
carry.
Actually, no, she's got a
I
Glock.
didn't think you
I
had.
got a Glock.
She's got a Glock.
I intimidated the first guy in the first session.
Okay, never mind.
The only people that weren't
I thought somebody
wasn't-
wasn't armed.
Mark's character.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're armed, but you got a big
got
gun.
his
that's
AK
in your-
He's got the
Seven.
AK. He doesn't
But
have
you
a
can't
pistol.
carry it with you ever.
I know it came up with somebody wasn't armed.
Well, there's been instances where, like, at the beginning of the
Yeah.
session, he wasn't armed, but he's like, hold on a minute, I'm going back to my car. We have got time for that. Oh, okay, we got time for that.
Okay, well, if you got a gun,
Stand
go.
corrected.
Yeah, she's got, it wasn't a 38, it was
It's
a
a Glock 17.
Glock 17.
Yep, 9 mil.
And I looked up, Glocks were available at that time frame.
Yeah, it's a big deal because the plastic guns are going to go through the airport security.
in
Nobody's going to
1980.
know about
Yeah.
It was a Glock
Huge deal.
1982.
it. Yeah, it was a huge deal when they came out.
Yeah. It was an early generation Glock, but it's still a Glock.
Yeah, the primitive scanners wouldn't pick them up.
Yep.
And they
Yeah,
were
people
plastic,
do
so
that
they're
work.
going to explode in your hand.
Yeah.
There was a whole big thing about them.
I haven't had to shoot it yet, so.
All that negative press turned them into one of the biggest pistol manufacturers of all time.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going for a walk.
And we're going to raid her kitchen.
And you're like, you got, oh yeah, I forgot you got that one, never mind. You're going for a walk. You're raiding the kitchen. Are you opening the mail? Because she left it behind.
Yeah.
I left it with you guys. I'm
I'll look
gonna
through-
want to know
I'll
what
look through what else
happened.
she has too. Has she got anything good in her mail?
Bills and something for her sister. The thing for her sister has a return address in Oklahoma.
But who's writing her sister?
Uh,
Does it look like a personal letter?
yeah, it's a personal letter.
No. I'm just going to open up ours.
Okay.
I'm going to sit on. Are you in an apartment?
No, it's a house.
No, it's a house.
Okay.
Sit
I'm
on the
sit on
couch.
the porch.
Porch.
And the porch, like the entire front
It's a
yard.
really
is-
small porch.
It's-
That's fine. I'm
It's
gonna
a
sit on
fenced-in
the
porch, actually. So.
and kind of nonchalantly keep an eye on her.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep an eye on the leftover chicken.
I'll act like I'm tying my boot.
You know
or
she
something.
doesn't have that
I
sort of
got
stuff in her.
takeout.
Yeah, KFC.
Okay.
That's fine. Okay. And you?
I'll go eat too. It's been a while since
Dude.
we've eaten.
I'm gonna hand him the bucket.
It's been an hour and a half. 2 hours, maybe. No. Go in. Start to snarf. You're watching. You walking down the street.
Towards. How does he react to me walking towards him?
Doesn't. He's still just standing out on the porch of a house, just watching as you are walking towards him.
This
You get
is-
within 10 feet of him,
Hi.
Miss Mitchell.
Is there a reason you guys are this close to my place?
Well, there has been some concern that there hasn't been reports, and we are running really close on time. Wanted to make certain that the group of you were actually working together towards finding out what was going on.
Yes.
So I'm just checking to make sure that you are safe and that you guys were actually working together.
Yes, If you could ask the mayor for me a quick question, and if he could get us back the file we had given him that started this real quick, we have something that we need to double check on that.
I'm not good at passing messages.
Okay.
You're going to do better to call him directly.
Okay, we'll do that then. Just was saying if could jump.
Yes.
Ahead.
I have a chain of command that I have to adhere to, and he's not directly in my chain of command.
Okay, so thank you for clarifying that. We're getting there. We'll give him an update. Thank you for clarifying. I just noticed you and recognized you, so wanted to make sure.
I understand. The best of my knowledge, he was wanting an update no later than Tuesday.
Okay.
Because he was supposed to, if not Monday, if I remember right, there was something about trying to contact you or vice versa about a meeting with his son.
Okay. Yes. That was something we did want to discuss with him. So thank you.
Looks like you're safe. I'm going to go ahead and head out. You
Okay.
have a good evening.
You too.
And he walks over to a four-door sedan. It's a crappy K car. Hops in. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. It is obviously not in good condition. He probably paid $400 in cash so that wouldn't have to worry about it being
A standout.
a standout.
Okay. I'm gonna walk back to the house and go in.
Okay. As you were checking that mail,
Hey, did you flip off your neighbor by any chance on the way back?
the shades have been drawn since then. So he's no longer staring at you guys.
Yeah. You could have done it for me.
I didn't know it.
So you open up the envelope that's addressed to you at her address, and inside you can find that there are 4 tickets to the American Auto Duel Association. The event is for Sunday the 13th at 7 p.m.
All right. I'm gonna say, check it out, man. Free tickets.
Inside there's a small note, and when you pull it out, there's the faint hint of perfume on it. It's
Go over to his nose and do that.
It doesn't seem like it was necessarily intentional. Not like somebody had
Smell that, buddy?
Doused it.
doused
Smell
it.
Call that the Wisconsin connection. Cheddar cheese slide. I'm gonna open and read it.
Okay. The note's a very brief one. Terry, it was really nice seeing you again. Hoping we can reconnect. And then it's got a phone number.
Okay. Into my wallet.
Later to be
Well,
changed to the black book.
you hold on to these tickets for me. I got something I gotta take care of, okay?
I got you.
So I'm gonna head out the door. And I'm going to do what's on that note.
Yeah.
Do I bump into him as he's walking out?
Okay, so you're just going for a walk to do this? Because
I'm going to have to make it someplace where I can do the first part.
right.
I'm assuming there's one nearby.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to be walking for about 5 minutes to get to the stop. That's not an issue. The second half is the part that's going to the second half is going to be the tricky part. There are definitely going to be some rolls that are necessary for this.
It's amazing what crazy people can accomplish when they put their minds to it.
Right, right. Are we talking about you or are we talking about him?
Okay.
Okay. Do you have fast talk of any sort?
No.
Okay.
Someone in our group does.
Well,
if you had brought him along.
Trying to think of. Okay, give me first off an IQ roll.
6, 9, 13. And I have an IQ of 13.
13. Okay. That's going to be the first part. Let's see. What pertinent skills do you have? There we are. That's what I was looking for.
Piloting helicopter.
Yeah, no, not so much that one.
I don't really have anything that's going to be super relevant here. Danger sense, paranoia. So I'm essentially running on gut reaction.
Yeah, that's why I had to
Fear.
make because that was a danger sense roll.
Yeah.
Okay. There is a hobby skill. This is a great area. Okay. Oh goodness. Okay, give me a strength -2 roll. Automatic success. Okay.
That's the way to do it.
That is the way to do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit this too. Since I already
Since you have used that one. All right. You brandished a gun, intimidated people in order to get them out of your way, and took off with him.
We're going to his car.
He was brought by police car.
That's what he said.
The police car.
You're talking.
He said Henry.
Oh crap! I misread who you were kidnapping. I thought you were taking James out. Okay, so yeah, you're good. Yes, you take him to his car.
Yeah. And then we're going to go to the house of James.
Okay.
And we're going to go to the bomb shelter.
Okay. Are you locking him in?
I'm down there with him, and we're going to have a talk.
Okay. Dun dun dun.
And
Come to Jesus,
tie him
mate.
up.
Huh?
I'm going to tie him up.
Okay. Are you bringing other people over after you've got him tied up?
If they figure it out.
Okay, you saw him heading off in the direction of bus stop. And you saw him get on a bus and leave.
Okay. That is interesting.
That's not necessarily out of character for him.
No. It is not.
He doesn't have a car at the moment.
Yeah.
So, go inside. So, what was in that letter? That was addressed to Terry.
Had a perfume on it, I know, so I'm assuming that it was from his ex and a couple of tickets for us to go to the show.
Okay. I, for some reason, thought it was going to be something more than that. Okay, never mind. So,
how'd your meeting go?
oh, the mayor's wanting an update. That's the only reason he was there. Oh, and it was one of his security.
Bodyguards.
Yep. And so now we have an excuse to definitely call the mayor and ask if he has those files still,
Right.
or if he's discarded them.
Okay.
So I'm probably gonna call his direct line now because it's within the time frame. He said he was okay with calls.
Calling it home.
Yep.
Yep. Ring, 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 ring. Phone is answered. It is not the mayor's voice. Taylor residence.
Hi, this is Gwen. I was wanting to talk with the mayor real quick. Gwendolyn Mitchell.
Ah, yes, Miss Mitchell. Hold for a moment. I'll transfer it to his office.
Sure thing. Thank you.
There's a series of clicks, and dial tone hits again. Ring, ring. Phone is answered. Hey, this is Austin.
Hi. Just ran into one of your security detail outside of my house. He said he wanted an update.
Yes. I didn't specifically say that he should stop in and talk
Oh,
to
he
you
didn't.
about stuff.
I just noticed him while I was pulling up into my house.
Ah, fair enough.
So we have tracked down a potential person that was in those sensitive files.
Okay.
We were wondering if you still had those files or if you had discarded them. If you still had them, we kind of wanted to refer back to them for some detail to figure out.
Oh, that's just distasteful.
I am aware, but it's not the thing that.
It's not the act that you're wanting to.
No, it's
Other
clarification of
details.
something else that was in the
I
files.
see.
And then your security also mentioned that you might be trying to schedule a meeting with your son on Monday or Tuesday.
Tuesday, as agreed upon with your friend, if we weren't able to get anything figured out by Monday with regards to what was going on in the photos,
Yes.
I would have something set up for you by then.
Okay, so do you know what time on Tuesday yet, or no?
Tuesday, I'm expecting that we can have you meet up with him around 5 p.m.
5 p.m. Okay. And do you still have those sensitive files, or have they been discarded?
I do still have them. I was hoping that there might be chemical analyses done or things of that nature on portions of them in order to try to find out where it was developed or if it was anything local.
Could
See
that
if-
be done with criminology?
Yes, it can.
I could probably run
Some of those tests.
some of those tests while we are analyzing the photos for the other stuff we were trying to find.
I'm so glad you didn't say analyzing. Yes.
So,
Tell them that you just need to see their heads.
so since you had security close, since you had security close to the area of my house, either you probably don't want to just hand it off to someone and have them drop it off.
I'd rather not have any couriers doing anything of that nature.
So,
I can meet with you. It's getting close to 5 o'clock. Well, no,
no,
it's probably close to about 3:30.
yeah.
I can meet you in 45 minutes. Where would you like to meet?
Probably still want a semi-public area for initial thing. What's
The first place that we met was at the television station. Why don't we just meet there? That
near
work?
the television station? Sure.
Just the
thing.
parking lot.
Yeah, we can definitely meet there for pickup of the files.
The station's probably closer.
Yep, the television station. Sure
Alright.
thing. That sounds fine by me. Me and one other will probably meet you there, and then we will grab it, and then we'll get back to you once we know more. Currently, the other person that was in those files was in a psych ward. So,
Alrighty then.
we did talk with him this morning, so that is part of why we are developing more information.
I see.
And we are taking what he said with a grain of salt, but he said there was something in the pictures to pay attention to. Kind of like a clue. I don't know.
Okay. Well, the only way to find the clues is to see the clues. So, yes, I'll meet you 45 minutes or so.
Sure thing.
And he hangs up the phone.
Okay.
Okay, hold on 1 minute because you have luck.
I do.
By luck, as it would be, you see a car driving by. And you're kind of surprised as you're sitting out on the front porch, you've gone out for a smoke. You are surprised to see Henry and Terry in a car drive by. And they turn left and then into an alley to the right. Looks like Terry's pointing a gun at Henry as they're driving by.
All right.
Is there a good chance that I was listening to their...
You were in there listening to the conversation, so you overheard most of that.
I'm going to say, okay, so I can't be the other person. What I was thinking I'd do is take your camera, disguise myself as like a paparazzi, and like get his attention and take a picture of the mayor while you and
Or
somebody
you
else
could
are-
do it from a distance. You don't have to be
How much
paparazzi in his
camera?
face.
Yeah, the
You could-
camera that you have is not a really high quality one.
No, true.
If you didn't spend enough points or enough to have points in photography,
Yeah.
you're not going to have a high quality
Okay.
camera.
So,
I'm gonna
Step back
my
in.
head inside and say, I gotta go over to James's house for a minute. I think something's going on with Terry over there.
Oh.
Well-
Clarification. More clarification before you leave.
I think Terry kidnapped one of the Henrys.
okay.
Take my camera and take a picture of Henry.
Grab her camera and I go out to my...
You don't need to go in a car. It's a block away.
I'm getting something out of my car.
Okay, never mind.
I go and get my AK from my car, tuck it into my jacket, and make a little stroll on over to
So
James's
apparently
house.
we're going over there.
Well,
The two of you at least.
You know. And he's busy
how
with
far away
Henry.
He's a little
How far away is
tied
the
up.
one thing?
The station is about a 20-minute drive.
Okay, so I'm going over with them for a minute at least to figure out what the heck is going
Checking
on.
out to see what's going on, and then if
If I'm able to pull someone away afterwards, or
Yeah.
what?
Okay.
Well,
Before I go,
talking like we're going down the Yellow Brick Road.
wait, before I go all the way in, I'm gonna put a ski mask on before I go inside the basement so he doesn't recognize me.
You just had one on you?
I probably had one in my closet, so and he mentioned that there was this Henry being
I think
dragged
Gwen's
into
got
a
a dark
basement.
side that none of us really know about. There's been a
You
few
move
things
these
like
leashes and collars around and get to my ski mask in the back there.
What's this? Bank of the Southwest? What's all these dollar bills from?
Is this Confederate money?
Okay, what was your?
Okay, now the
You mean
question of whether or not you have a ski mask, that's not necessarily something Joe Average in Texas is going to have.
Fair.
Unless you have, do you have skiing?
No, never mind.
Okay. I mean, if you did cross country during the winter in the north, or you went to Colorado regularly,
I'm gonna put on a baseball cap and sunglasses to help hide myself and a scarf.
Okay, putting a scarf over the lower half of your face, that's definitely doable. And then sunglasses and a hat, yeah, you could definitely do that.
There's my makeshift ski mask. Happy?
Okay.
Proud of you.
All right. the question is going to be how well are you able to tie him up?
I
So
want to tie him up like I used to see VC prisoners tied up. Stick behind him.
okay,
I'm just going to take a broomstick and use that.
okay.
And we used to transport prisoners on the chopper.
Yeah, but most of the prisoners that you transported, you would put in actual restraints. So normally this would be a survival skill. Let's see, survival defaults to IQ -5 or survival of another area type by 3. I would also allow packing to work, and since you have, if you have any first aid, since you have to tie off for tourniquets, I will give you an first aid -2 roll.
First aid -2 it is.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Which Henry did he grab?
The one from the psych ward.
Okay.
No, I missed it.
Okay, so
But I've still got a gun on him.
yeah, you still got a gun on him, but you're having a heck of a time trying to tie him essentially one-handed because you don't have him knocked out.
Yeah.
And he is resisting like crazy up until you put the gun back to the back of his head. It's like, okay. I'll just sit here. I'm not going to do anything. So you've got him essentially sitting on the couch with his hands under his butt, tucked under. And that's the point when you arrive at the back door and you see that the door is ajar and there's nothing
To the
holding it
basement?
down to the basement. When you left, you'd wedged in a piece of wood to lock it in place. That's gone.
Stairs.
Okay.
Let me go in first.
Yep. Just in case something's
You
going on
end
with
up
Terry.
lifting it up.
T, this is T.
What? Hey, I think I left something down here. I'll be back at Gwen's in a minute.
No, we're coming down now.
No need. They're here.
Be cool, these are my friends. Don't make me look like a dick. What?
I don't know.
Shut up.
So go downstairs.
You go downstairs. And you
She comes
push-
in with the sunglasses and ball cap and scarf.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna say, "Oh, hey, Gwen."
My character is definitely fighting the urge of giving
Okay.
him
Yeah.
I know the term didn't exist back then, but a Gibbs slap.
Yeah. Who are you people? Why am I here?
You're gonna answer some questions. You hear me? We're here to get the truth from you.
Okay.
I'll
What?
hurt you back to your camera.
Okay.
Because he wants both hands for the AK.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm stepping in front real quick and just and then
Okay, that's going to be a pain in the ass to do with sunglasses on. Because you're looking through a little visor. You can't
It's like
tell
a little bitty window.
a little itty bitty window. You gonna take the sunglasses off?
Whoa, you Jewish?
Be a much smaller hat.
Yes, and much higher.
I tuck the sunglasses and then
Okay. All right. Do you have photography?
no.
Okay, give me a IQ -5 roll to see
You
how
don't
well you
have
can take a
photography?
photo.
4, 8,
No.
Okay, so I
She
need
just
it.
has one of those cheap disposable cameras.
Got it on the dot.
Yeah, she bought a collection of cheap disposables.
Okay.
Okay, so you're taking a photo, and this is definitely one of those black and white disposables.
Mhm.
All right, and you'll have to get it developed in order to see whether or not there's anything funky.
Yep.
What? Okay. He's got his hands underneath his butt, sitting on the couch.
Terry, where'd you get him? And why?
I got him at the nut house because you guys were talking about how him and there's more of him, and then I saw him again over at the girl's house. Something's up. I think they're just like them guys from Denny's. We're gonna find out. Thomas, cut his finger off.
No.
What?
Stop.
Dude, I like my fingers. What are you talking about? Cutting my finger off.
Let me see your hands, sir. Just let me see your hands.
Both of them?
Yep.
You don't shoot me, man. Don't shoot me.
Do anything.
I'm gonna say, do it slow.
Okay.
What's that ring?
Do you want it?
What does it mean to you?
It's a Mason's ring, man. I'm a Mason.
What lodge?
The local lodge. We only have one here in Dallas.
We ran into 2 lodges so far, so that's why they're clarifying.
What? There's only one lodge in Dallas.
Okay.
What's
You see a
your
dog
first
with a blue collar at that lodge?
Oh, people regularly see the dog with the blue collar.
So
You grabbed the wrong one.
And he even gives you his name.
What's his last name?
Is he Henry also?
No, the dog's not named Henry.
No, I'm talking about the guy that was grabbed.
What?
Is the one on the couch?
It's Henry.
His name's Henry too.
Well,
Oh, did you ask him what his name
James told us his name was Henry.
Yeah, Henry.
Is your name Henry?
Yeah.
Do you know of other Henrys that look exactly like you that are in town?
Where do you work at, Henry?
I work at the psych unit.
You don't have any other jobs?
No.
Okay.
Did you? Are you gonna take my ring? You want the watch too? And he starts to slowly take
No.
off his
No.
watch.
Easy. This isn't that kind of thing.
Okay, so you don't want the watch or the ring?
No.
No.
Wait a sec. Is that Timex?
Stop.
Have you had any surgeries
it's
recently?
Timex.
Hand it over. Hand it over.
It's not a Rolex. It's just a Timex.
Hand it
Yeah.
over. Hand it over.
Okay, he hands it to you.
I was looking at these at Wallet World the other day. You like it? Oh yeah, it's got the digital date.
It's water
reliable?
resistant. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've had that one for like 5 years, I think.
Huh? How about that? Feel good on your wrist?
Yeah.
Okay. Here you go.
Okay.
What the hell is going on here?
Have you had any recent, what was it that you said?
Surgeries.
Surgeries recently, or any unexplained scratches?
Unexplained scratches?
Like incision marks that you all of a sudden had overnight?
No.
Any odd dreams recently?
I'm beginning to think I'm having one right now.
Spent the night in the hospital within the last 30 days?
You're not
He
going to
works
freak
in
out
a
if I put the
hospital.
watch back on, are you?
No.
Okay.
As a patient, have you spent the night in the hospital in the last 30 days?
No. We've been working a lot of doubles, but
Have you fallen asleep on the job?
no.
Okay.
If I were to do that, I'd get fired.
Fair.
Thomas, check his skin. See if it's rubbery.
Pinch his cheek. He was a good old boy.
Feels normal.
Okay. Look at his fingers. Looks normal.
He obviously he chews his nails.
What do you know about James Walters?
That nut, friggin' pedo. He has been accused of trying to take a girl from a playground. That guy's just a straight Looney Tunes.
He definitely appears that way.
Yeah, have you ever met the guy? I mean, wait a minute. I recognize you. You were there today.
Both of them were.
Holy crap!
Hi, Gwen!
You were in the room.
Buddy.
Did you put this with our stuff? I'll put the medallion thing.
No.
Do you know what it is?
You ever seen it before? Or anything like it?
Can I hold it? And it feels like gold. Why? What?
The
Yeah.
symbol. Does the symbol mean anything to you?
Well, you got the whole, eye in the pyramid thing. Probably somebody, but it also has that double triangle, like, the Star of Judah.
David.
Star of David, yeah. The Jewish thing. You a kite? I don't know.
Hey, I served with some Hebrews. You want to watch your mouth there, buddy?
My bad. No, I got nothing against the Hebes.
Do it again, you're going to lose some teeth.
Duly noted.
Can I use Detect Wise?
You have that skill, right? Yeah, go ahead. Give me a roll.
Check a 15, and I got a 6.
Okay. He does seem to be 100% in the dark about where that came from or what it has anything to do with.
Okay.
He has nothing to do with that. However, some of the other things that he's been saying seems that he's not entirely truthful on. Okay. The questions about, okay, repeat what questions you have had so far.
Take your clothes off.
Nope.
What?
Take your clothes off. I want a good look at you. I
Has
want
he
to see if
been
you
in
got
the
any extra
hospital?
parts.
I do not need to see that.
Put your sunglasses back on. Come on.
So
Okay,
No.
he starts to take off his
Stop.
shirt.
Stop for a minute. Let me clarify stuff with them first, and then I'm gonna walk out of the room.
As was starting to lift up the shirt, you see that there's no lacerations to his side. Not like what you guys had seen before.
Okay.
Keep
What
going.
were the questions? What were the questions
Okay.
that Jake had answered first?
You continue telling him, and you got the gun, so he takes off his shirt.
Turning and angling away.
Dude, come on!
What, you never been to the barracks? Come on.
I was a conscientious objector.
Yeah, I can tell.
We should shoot you
I want to see
for
if you
that.
got a tail like a lizard.
What?
We're extra
Off
junk.
with them.
We're extra junk.
Okay, the reaction he had there was a bit much. And he undoes his pants, drops them. He's wearing tidy whities. I gotta take my shoes off first. I can't. Do you want them all the way off? Or is
No,
it
leave
down?
your leave
I
your
want
shoes
you
on.
in your birthday suit, my friend.
Alright, he unties his
He leaves his
shoes.
shoes on. It's going to be hard for him to run if he tries to make break fully. For it.
Okay, so you want me to leave the shoes on?
No, take the shoes off.
Okay, taking the shoes off. Gets the shoes off, takes off the socks. Gets his pants the rest of the way off. So far, as you're facing front to him, he doesn't have anything weird about him. There's no additional cuts, abrasions, anything like that that you can see in the front.
Take his underwear off.
He hasn't done that yet. Takes his underwear off. Tidy whities are gone. And, he looks like a Ken doll.
Bitch, sit your ass down, you crawling freak. I'll tell you what, some kind of commie thing going on right here. I don't know what's happening. Damn
Terry?
Italians and their freaking octopus shit.
Terry, I'm making you make eye contact with me, so you call.
Yeah, I'm forcing him down onto the couch.
Okay, well, he gets down on the couch, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get you call. Breathe. Don't need to shoot anyone.
Well,
Okay.
I go up and shut the
I'm-
door.
I'm not
And
totally.
I hand my 38 to Thomas and I walk off in a corner for a moment.
Okay. Thank you.
So I've got him.
Okay. Now, what were the questions that you had asked
I'm asking
earlier?
if he's
So that
been
way
in the
he can
hospital
clarify.
as a patient within the last 30 days.
And that's where it seems kind of iffy. He's not entirely 100% accurate as far as
I
you're
say,
telling.
well, clearly, you've got some explaining to do.
You got a birthday suit that looks like that and you're making Jewish jokes?
You're an abomination against the Lord.
That
God.
circumcision went wrong.
I was really hoping not have to worry about this, but it looks like I'm going to have to. Roll initiative.
Ah! Can I just shoot him.
Oh wait, no, this isn't a roll initiative.
No, this isn't.
Does anybody have a green that wants to steal initiative?
It's speed.
It's based on your actual. You have an actual initiative speed already.
I believe my character goes first, unless.
Give me 1 second. I have it written down. Because we are at a point where things are going to get hairy.
Scaly.
Well, I was gonna say,
You guys doubted me.
No,
You
no.
doubted me.
it looks
I
like
saw
a
the
pinball.
doubt in
It's
your
not
eyes.
going to be hairy.
I more just don't want to jump too far yet.
Yeah.
Also, with this kind of stuff, you gotta
time-
jump off the cliff.
time to jump is now.
Well, I more wanted to get questions answered before dealing with Anish.
Okay.
Too late.
So, and actually, what time is it?
Nine.
Oh, crap. We're going to pick up right here.
No!
At a cliffhanger like this.
Okay, and I'm sorry about that, but yeah, the time frame is cutting it close to do anything violence inspired. So, and if you do notice, Stuart Brand versus J. Stuart Brand, they are slightly different.
I haven't compared the photos yet.
I haven't got that far either.
Okay.
I thought one was just a reprint.
The original photo that I had in paper, I printed, and there are 2 actual photos now.
This one doesn't have the triangle.
dots.
Yeah, it doesn't have the dots.
This is J. Stewart brand.
And then this is Stuart Brand. Yeah, this one doesn't have the dots.
All right, and we will pick up with violence next time.
Okay. My character's on a time restraint.
Yeah. And he has
Good thing
gone
we shut
up
the door.
and wrenched the door shut. It is a bulkhead or a bulkhead. So yeah, it is firmly locked upstairs. All right, so
I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me.
Brett, what did you learn tonight?
Sometimes you gotta trust Terry's gut, man. It's not totally crazy all the
Okay.
time. Man, Detect Lies came in handy tonight.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've actually got to use that particular skill. I'm glad I had the foresight now to go ahead and lock the door because I feel like my thought with that was I didn't want any signals coming in and having his head explode and him burst into flames
Right.
like the previous one
Yeah.
had. So
I was worried about that too. If we cut his finger off to check him, that he would incinerate like the other ones.
So I was thinking that maybe it was a signal kind of thing, and I figured if this, crazy person's bunker didn't have some kind of, film or signal blocking.
You're reasonably certain that most of the walls have been covered in aluminum foil at one point or another.
And if it's a bomb shelter, it's probably safe to say there's probably some lead in there too from.
Lots of concrete.
Yeah, lots of concrete and lead around it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think we're good there. Man, that is just a crazy place to end the night. I did like us going to the mental ward to talk to him. Finding out about the clones was a whole different thing because now I'm more than certain that picture wasn't a fake. It was just two clones. So
faked in a different way.
yeah, faked in a much different, more complicated way, but
A more convincing way, possibly.
in a way that could cause more problems for the mayor further down the line. So I'm also interested to see if the mayor has been cloned or not.
Well, if we fall. I'll wait.
Yeah. So that's something to follow up on later.
That's what I got for you.
Okay. 2 experience. Danny, what'd you learn tonight?
Well, I was concerned when he went off on his own, and then you were like, "So which one are you kidnapping?"
Wait, which one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when I got very concerned. Was when I heard that.
Wait, what?
Kidnapping. That's great. I learned that today my character was extremely observant.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She has learned now that she needs to be more open to some stuff that's not scientifically explained. Brain's processing. I was extra observant,
And you were particularly concerned about what he was doing.
You were
with
saying that you needed to be kind of more open-minded, not so scientific.
yeah, because the medic exposed me to magic, and now someone's saying that they might have genetic mutations to make them notice things and have stuff illuminated in ways.
Right.
But then we are also having the scientific stuff of clones, which my character had studied and might have some insight on, potentially.
At
Or
least
be able to
theoretical.
analyze it.
Yeah, theoretical stuff.
So if something were to happen to this clone, I could analyze it.
Yeah. This might be a replacement for the finger,
Yeah.
depending on how things go.
And then,
With the whole thing.
Right.
realizing that there's a little girl to also keep an eye on to make sure she's okay. Was she the one that took my book? Out of curiosity, or was it one of the others?
It was one of the others.
Yeah.
Was she with that group?
Yeah, she was.
She was with the group.
I thought
Okay.
she said that, but and
Yes.
Oh.
all the conversation, I wasn't sure.
But I still need to tell them about what I saw on the windows to say that I know she's in
Which
that
room is hers?
Yeah. But
So if you decide to kidnap her too,
we
Don't
probably
mention
should-
that out loud.
probably not do it in this moment.
right? Yeah. No. You're kind of busy right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then little surprised that the mayor didn't discard of the photos. So, but glad that he didn't. So now going to analyze them and see if we see the dots or anything.
Getting rid of the photos isn't going to necessarily end the threat,
Yes.
because it doesn't have the negatives.
I was more concerned about him discarding them so his wife wouldn't accidentally see them or someone else.
Right. That might be why he needed the extra time, because it wouldn't normally take 45 minutes to get directly to the station.
Yeah. But,
Probably the safe side.
and then also, even though it concerns me, trusting Terry to do stuff. Because he does get stuff done. Just not in the most conventional way.
Oh yeah, there was no convention involved here.
My character's definitely going to want more details as to how and what occurred that brought Henry here and why he chose that Henry.
Easiest to find, probably.
But yeah, I think that's the main stuff my character has learned in this session.
Okay, awesome. 2 experience.
And may
Yeah.
I use my auto success for my first roll in the next game?
No.
Darn.
Okay,
And you said 2 experience.
2 experience.
Okay.
All right, Jake.
I thought it was interesting that we found out a little bit more about my character as far as his capabilities. That he has kind of a lucky streak that is a continuous thing with him, off and on, but kind of a standard. The fact that James was all about talking to me because he's illuminated as well. Says a lot, and the fact that the little girl was illuminated as well. And that we're finding a lot more similarities to a lot more similarities of acts of the conspiracy, especially the latest one. with Mr. Kendall. But the fact that there's multiple document clones, found out about lizard people for sure, or at least in one person's opinion. I don't necessarily, I'm not positive that James is 100% still on the train of the mentally sane people, even though he's gave us a lot of information that was true.
Not quite sane.
He's still got his elevator doesn't hit the top floor still, so we got to keep that in mind. Have to try to knowing what he knows about me and what I know about him. I think we're gonna have to kind of manipulate him to a point to move forward with the information that I'm extracting from him.
Okay.
But I think it's been interesting so far.
Okay. Sounds good. 2 experience. And you have inspiration. Okay. Let's see. Inspiration as far as things that you haven't tried that your character might have thought of. Okay. The ring, it might hold more clues than what you're thinking.
Okay.
So a more thorough inspection of the ring that Henry is wearing might bear some things out. Also, the fact that James had a Morse code in pebbles in his room makes you think that this basement might have more codes that are Morse or otherwise
In plain sight.
that you just didn't notice before. And as you're standing here taking in the full sight of the Henry Kendall, you realize that the decoupage for that wall, you ever seen those paintings of things, and the longer you look at them, the weirder things get? You start picking out more and more details. You're getting that effect here. Because you didn't notice before the frogs that were at the bottom right-hand side of the painting, or the decoupage, that appear to have plastic dildos sticking off of them.
Okay.
Some erroneous Bosch stuff going on.
Yeah, and it's designed to look mostly normal, but just odd enough that it's getting more and more creepy and more detailed that just needs interpretation. So studying both the wall as well as the photos that Gwen had taken might give you more clues as to what to do in the future. So that's your inspiration. Okay. And I already said 2 for you. All right, and Mike?
I learned about Thomas's elimination tonight. I had some suspicions, but he'd always done it in character where we wouldn't know. And now he's expounded upon it, so I think that is both amazing and terrifying to Terry. And since I've been friends with him for so long that he never told me this before, a little disappointed there. Kind of wonder why I didn't trust Terry with this.
Didn't trust anyone.
There was one other person that knows about this.
Yeah, but he's not here.
Yeah.
Out of character, I learned these 2 made a pretty good interrogation team with James. I thought that went really well, both of you, with your questions that they were asking, and leading on a crazy person and picking out the correct way to navigate someone's insanity. I thought that was really well done.
I mean, part of that
What-
person's experience was Terry might help.
Yeah?
Sorry.
No.
One of the seeds, a couple seeds we've laid along the way, one of them's blossomed here with the tickets and the note
Yeah.
from Sophia.
Yeah.
So that's good. Cherry's warming up to Gwen's character a little bit
Really?
more, I think, instead of just thinking she's just.
Love that.
Terry's got that very military macho thing, so it's tough for him to take directions from Warren, I feel like.
I can understand that.
And with my background and
Yeah.
everything, so.
And the time and the age.
And I learned that Terry probably feels like he's going off the rails, but every time he does, he's rewarded for it. So it's just feeding into it. Because every time he does, something comes out of it that takes them further down the road.
While you hadn't met him, from everything that you've heard about James, you feel like there might be a parallel between you and he in how things have been working, except, he got caught.
Might have to go visit James. And I have an inspiration.
Okay. The 2 experience, of course. And then for the inspiration, let's see, things that your character would have thought of that you personally hadn't yet. You conceivably would pick up on the fact that there were clues that James was dealing with the same sort of thing as Thomas, because James had all the articles that he recognized as being important. Everything that he noticed was important, James was noticing was important too. There were indications that he was illuminated before you interacted with him to know he was illuminated. Also, the drawings of the girl with the pyramid eye on her, that also gives you concern, because you're going to want to make sure that the little girl is really the little girl that's in, and not a pyramid clone.
Good point.
Okay, well, I had a lot of fun with everything that happened tonight, and we're definitely going to have a map for it. I'll have time to know, hey, here is the basement with all of the dumb. Enjoy. This has been Dice Shrapnel. If you enjoyed this content, please consider hitting the like, share, or subscribe buttons.